Hello, hello, hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to you all, and Brothers War release day to you all. Good to see ya, Dragon Bones variant. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you so much, Stone Rain. How is everyone today? I am super hyped. You might have been around for early access day last week, and it was super fun, but we have a bunch more stuff to try that we didn't get to last week that I'm really curious to see if it works in New Standard. Limited is the best. I don't think we're gonna do a draft today. I was going back and forth. I even did a poll on Twitter, and it was Limited did win just slightly, but it was super close, and there's some constructed stuff I really want to try, so I promise we will do a draft, either on stream or on the YouTube. But today I want to try some more constructed stuff, because this is like the dream time. You got to remember, constructed, you give it a few weeks and it's going to be all Esper or something. Like, people salve it and then you play the decks that you don't want to play over and over again. But today is like perfect time to try constructed, because theoretically people are going to be trying new things, so we can try new things and maybe have success with new things. So the plan for today, Swankmeister, welcome to the Fishbowl. First time sub, thank you for your subscription. Big soup for you, thank you. Got a few different decks to try out, and even more that aren't even imported yet. But I want to start with Gix. I'm really intrigued by Gix. So I actually have two different Gix decks. One is one from early access day that we didn't get to play, which is Mono Black Transmogrant's Crown, super aggro. Try to Gix. You draw the cards, play the cards off your top of your deck, Gix. And then I also just built, I haven't even got to try this deck, a Dimir Gix deck. Dimir adds a bunch of unblockable stuff to draw even more cards. So really, all I want to do is draw a bunch of cards and then play a bunch of cards off of our opponent's deck. We also have Prototype Link. We got Bant Ursula. We played a little on early access day, but I'm curious if it works in real quote unquote, the real meta where people are playing removal. Mono Green Titania. We got Soldier. So many options today. Spice Lord FTJ. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. And one of the big reasons I want to play Gix is I feel like Gix might actually be busted, and I feel like once people realize that it's busted and everyone's playing it, then we won't be able to play it because everyone's going to hate it. So I think this is our chance to try Gix and see if it's as busted as it might actually look in Standard. No Invoke Despair. We're not dirty Mono Black players. We're nice, clean Gix Transmogrant's Crown Mono Black players. I mean, I know I was a little nervous because Mono Black is, or black is like such a well-known color, but I feel like this deck is different enough than most Standard decks that it's probably okay. Like, we're playing Misery Shadow, we're playing Braidoni, Transmogrant's Crown, Ashnod, Cult Conscript. It's like black aggro card draw Gix. So we're gonna be jumping around. But we're starting with Gix today. Hey, afternoon, 7 here. Good to see you. So anyway, let's do reminders and start playing Magic so we can do as much as possible. Also, everyone, what did you think of the big news of yesterday with the Bank of America thing? Do you think people are overreacting to that, or do you think that it actually matters? I'm really curious. I don't know how much connection is there between the quote unquote real world of like stocks and finance and all that stuff and the actual game of Magic. I don't know. I'm hopeful that maybe Bank of America saying the same thing that players have been saying, maybe Wizards listens to that, or like the stock price going down, maybe Wizards listens to that, because I felt like some of the stuff that they said actually felt just like what we've been saying. Like, it was the same stuff. Like, you're overwhelming us with too many products. $1,000 for proxies is a little bit too excessive. So a lot of it kind of just echoed what players were saying anyway. McIntyre, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, Teferi's on my list too. It's in the Bant deck so far, and in the sideboard of some other decks. Spider, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Anyway, reminders, replay YouTube. That's where you can find the old stream, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. Yesterday, we did some power stoning for Budget Magic. Tomorrow, First Against the Odds for the new set. It's a good one. I'm not going to even tell you what it is. You might be able to figure it out, but it is pretty awesome. I think it is the sweetest possible kill in Brothers War Standard, and it is just, oh my goodness, it is so sweet when it goes off. So check out tomorrow's Against the Odds. Another reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. If you get a free goldfish sticker, just let them know you want one in your order notes and they'll hook you up. So if you need a lithoform engine or a thought vessel or Brothers War cards, snag them over there. They're pretty sweet. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmats, giveaways, support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. The Jimothy for the 25th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Huh. All right, let's talk about deck number one. Deck number one, Mono Black Gix. What is the idea of this deck? So when I saw Gix, I thought of Gix like Edric, essentially. It's essentially Black Edric, except you also get to play all your opponent's cards if you get to 7 mana and draw a bunch of cards. So the idea of this deck is simple. We want to curve out as much as possible on turn 1 and turn 2. In a perfect world, we go like 1-drop on turn 1, double 1-drop on turn 2, follow it up with Grix, attack, draw a ton of cards, and then hopefully we just snowball that card advantage into either a lethal board or enough cards and mana that we activate Gix and just play all this sweet stuff off of our opponent's deck for free. So that is the goal. The other card I'm really intrigued by in this deck is Transmogrant's Crown. I think 4 crowns is a bit too much for the deck. Just saying, possibly replace it with 2 braids. Well, we will see. I really want to start with 4 Transmogrant's Crown because I feel like this card might actually be secretly really good in a black deck. When you can equip it for 1, and I don't want to say this, but it's kind of like standard Skull Clamp. It's like as close to standard Skull Clamp as you could get. Of course, it's not Skull Clamp. It's way worse than Skull Clamp, but it gives me that vibe of you pump the creature, when it dies, you get to draw a card. So we're going to start with 4 Transmogrant Crown because I feel like it's actually just a really good card that I haven't seen many people talking about. So I think it might be secretly busted. We'll see. Maybe I'm overrating it. Maybe it's actually bad. I haven't got to play the deck too much, but let's do some Gixing and see what happens. The Wheel of Blooded Sun. Welcome to the Fishbowl for the 3rd month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Are you going to try some MDFC Belcher at some point? Yes, that is very high on my list of things to build and try in Historic. That might be number 1. I think in Historic, I was just working on a tier list of the retro artifacts focused on Historic and like Historic Brawl. And I think what I'm most hyped for in Historic, number 1, Belcher. I want to see if it can work. We'll see. We'll see how good it actually is. But Historic Belcher sounds sweet. And then I'm also very intrigued by Door to Nothingness. I'm sure it's going to be horrible, but I do love winning with Door to Nothingness. It's one of the sweetest ways to actually win a game. Will the tier list be a short or a podcast? Oh, not a short. There's no way. I went through every single card. So it's going to be a video. It's going to be, I guess, a podcasty style video. It'll probably be a half-hour-ish long to go through all the cards. Hoping to have it up at the end of the week. We'll see. I still got to finish editing it and whatnot. Ooh. All right. 5 lands. We do have a Misery Shadow, which is not bad. No Gix. Do we even keep? You know what? We're gonna mulligan that. All right, that's better. 3 lands and 3 threats. Still no Gix and no Crown, but Door to Nothingness just feels like a free card in already overpowered 5-color piles. I mean, it's not a very good card. Door to Nothingness is actually like a pretty bad card. It is a really fun card to win with, though. It's just like such a unique card. Well, let's get down the underdog. Hopefully, we draw Gix here. Gix would be sweet. Otherwise, I mean, I think this deck probably can just get boring aggro wins. Ooh, Llanowar Loam Speaker. Well, play the land. Blade of the Oni. Hit you with the underdog. We have a new donation from Dan Wildfire, $2 donation. Ooh, I actually am playing Gix for upcoming Commander Clash. Hey, thank you for the raid, Quapper. Welcome, Raiders. Here is my Gix deck. Ooh, let me see, Doug. I think the interesting part about Gix, and I was thinking about this, so like Gix, it looks like Mono Black Edric, and it is Mono Black Edric. The thing is, the way I've always seen Edric built, ooh, Hull Pack, eh? Well, I mean, I guess we just swing out and see what happens. Are you going to block with your Howlpack Piper? No. So we'll play an Ashnod. And we'll play even more Blade of the Onis. Aggro win, aggro win, aggro win. Is Steel Seraph any good? I have a Steel Seraph deck that we might try today. It's a prototype Blink deck. And so far I've only got to play 1 game with it, and it didn't feel that. If this is Tox, oh, okay. I was gonna say if this is Toxrill, my God. Opponent's going off. Opponent's going off. Can we still win? Opponent flips. Okay, if we swing with everything, we win, right? We win? I think we win. I hope we win. These blades have menace. All right, let's just... I mean, that was a pretty good Howl Pack song, but... no, we will not... we will not use Ashnod. Opponent... Dead? We got 1 point from Graveyard Trespasser and 2 if we need it. Opponent blocks and blocks and blocks. A Graveyard Trespasser. Well, no Gix, no problem. Opponent goes to 1 and Graveyard Trespasser. Gonna get in that last point of ooh. Ooh, even better. Okay. And opponent scoops it up. No, this is real standard. Real standard is here. Release today. What is our opponent doing? Are they playing Golgari Werewolves? Is that a thing? Is that an actual thing? Standout card so far, Cityscape Leveler, I think is kind of us. Well, I'm not disrespecting Power Stones. We just played a full-on Power Stone deck on the YouTube, but in that case, we needed that one point of damage from Ashiok. Plus, we would have to sack another creature, so we definitely need the damage there. I don't think I've ever seen Golgari Werewolves, but interesting. Well, that game was weird because we drew 0 of our payoffs. No crowns, no gigs, and we still got there. We were just aggro enough to win, so I guess that's good news. So what card are y'all most hyped about for Standard? Glad to be back to the stream first time in a while. Wanted to let you know about a deck idea that I built. Been working pretty great in Historic. Been blinking prototypes. It's working perfectly. Ooh, I haven't tried that in Historic yet, but I actually have a Standard prototype blink deck. Fun trivia with Bro, half of Pioneer legal sets have been released in full-on Arena. We're getting there. Oh, I will say one thing I realized. I mentioned I was working on a tier list of the retro artifacts. I will say I was a little disappointed how little they offered for Explorer / Pioneer. I'm glad we're getting there little by little as far as adding cards, but almost none of these cards are actually legal in Explorer. I think it's like stuff that doesn't matter. The only one that kind of matters is maybe Phyrexian Revoker, but like 90% of the cards, maybe more, maybe 95% of the cards are either already on Arena or just aren't legal in Explorer. So I was hoping that the retro artifacts would do a little more for Explorer, but yeah, it's a Healy Suite. Are you going to do a rough draft soon? Yes. We will do definitely rough drafts for the new set for sure. Or maybe one on stream. Yeah, Clay Champion seems super good in aggro. Did they allow Springleaf Drum to be legal in Explorer? Wait. Shouldn't it be legal in Explorer? Born of the Gods. Born of the Gods is Explorer legal, right? So yeah, I think that is Explorer legal accidentally. All right. Well, land and Cult Conscript. So how's everyone's weekend? What else does this set give for older formats? That's the other thing I've been trying to figure out. There's a lot of sweet Standard stuff. There's a lot of big stuff. Ooh, there's the crown. There's a lot of stuff that if you can like Tron into it, it's very good. You know, we're just gonna kill the Loam Speaker. Maybe we regret this, but I think it's worth it. Get in, hit ya. Mishra's Bobble being banned was necessary. That card's so busted. Jungle Hollow. Well, okay. It is crown time. Back up, pay up number 1 on the Cult Conscript. Like, this seems like a pretty good card. +2/+0. If they ever kill the Conscript, we get to draw a card. How do we feel about J22 being added, not being added to Arena? Oh. Mixed feelings. On one hand, I'm disappointed. I feel like we want sets like J22 added to Arena. So yeah, let's just blitz this. So in that sense, it's disappointing. On the other hand, Tron in Historic seems very busted. I don't know if I actually want to deal with Tron being in Historic. About it. All right, so they kill the Conscript, but we get to Skull Clamp into a new card. Hit ya. Crown also combos with Tenacious Underdog. Double the card draw, double the fun. opponent. I mean, I feel like Tron would end up being pretty busted. Maybe it would be fine. How do we deal with a Howlpack Piper? Oh. All right, this is a little sketchy. Are we dead? That is the big question. I guess we... All right, Graveyard Trespasser. Eat the Loam Speaker. AGK Mark. Hey, Seth, hope you had fun on your vacation. Didn't make it to Vegas, but Tomer managed to... Well, equip it up, Acidirt. But Tomer managed to have the crew sign a couple of mats while you were all there. He dropped them off of my work a couple weeks back. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm glad that it worked, AGK Mark. I'm glad you got him. I mean, how good do you think Tron would be? Okay, Tibbler's Huntmaster busted. Apparently, we just got to save our removal for Howlpack Piper. Our opponent seems pretty all in on piping their way to victory here. Morning, Yuki. How are you? Good to see you. Like, do you think it would be... Do you think it would be broken or not? Oh, my opponent is... Oh, I don't know what we do about this. Die brutally. How do we beat this setup? Play a land. Howlpack Piper OP apparently. Is there any way we can get out from under this? Or are we just actually literally dead? Oh, they can just block for days. Wow, why does no one play Howlpack Piper? No one ever plays this card. Is it like secretly good? Tenacious Underdog. Graveyard Trespasser. We haven't drawn Gix any of these games. Literally 0% to draw gigs. Not easy for us to remove. We're just dying to it. And they're actually like trying to combo it with... Oh no! They're actually trying to combo it with werewolves too. You don't really... I don't think you actually want Bobble in Historic. I don't want Bobble in Modern. Bobble's just... It doesn't look busted, but it is a busted card. Is this a human? Oh, these... Okay. You know what? Let's concede. You know what? We got Parasitic Grasp in our sideboard. Let's bring that in. Just bring in more ways to kill. To kill the Piper. We can't let our opponent keep piping us. This plan of just letting our opponent Piper off is not working for us. Even a little. I really don't want to cut the crown, but we probably have to. Let's try that. One of these days we'll grow Grix, I promise. It's gonna happen. I mean, what synergy does Gix have with Phyrexians? Bobble is messed up. Even Lures gets banned. It's still Emery. Maybe Kinnan deck could be good again. Yeah, I don't think it would actually be fun. Like, Bobble's the kind of card that is... It's just not... Oh, we finally have a Gix. It's the kind of card that is just not very exciting to play with. Have I seen the Hasbro stock drop? Don't remind me. So I had this brilliant financial idea. I was like, I make Magic content. Magic is owned by Hasbro. Well, Wizards is owned by Hasbro. What if I make really good content? Then that might make more people like Magic, and then their stock price will go up. So I bought a few Hasbro stock, and so far that has not worked out. That was probably the worst. The worst financial plan that I've ever had. Honestly, I didn't really think Against Odds was gonna impact the stock price, but I mean, they're always saying, oh, we're making so much more money, it's going up. So it seemed like a good idea, but it was not. It was definitely not. Yeah, maybe that's the problem. My Against Odds was so bad, it caused Hasbro stock to crash. Is this set good? I've been enjoying it so far. We're finally going to get to Gix here with at least one creature to draw cards with. Like, oh no. Okay. Well, if our opponent's going to leave mana up, I think we got to wait. I don't think we run this out and just get it killed. I think what we do is go to combat, smack you a bit. Hit our opponent. Down to 60. Play the Cult Conscript. Play the Crowd. Next turn. Next turn, the Gig's turn. I did, actually, though. The opponent has Parasitic Grasp. Actually, though, I did actually get the full report of that Bank of America thing, and it was pretty interesting to see. Stop leaving mana up, opponent. Please stop leaving mana up. I'll go to combat, hit you. You know they're gonna tap out for that Piper. They gotta tear asunder. All right, so this is the turn. We pass the turn. Opponent taps out for Piper. We kill Piper. We gigs. We draw a bunch of cards. Life is good. About it. Pipe us. There it is. All right, I had a feeling. All right, so we kill that. We untap. We play gigs. We draw 2 cards. Here comes the Gig Snowball. Opponent goes to 11. Yes, draw and draw. Land and Blade. Well, run out the Valve Sleeper past the turn. About it. I really haven't built many Awaken the Woods decks yet. I mean, so I was kind of as far as actually being a investment plan, Hasbro stock is not a big part of it, but I do have a couple of Hasbro stock. Is Gix better than Toski? It's a good question. Maybe. Wait, so we level up 6. All right, play the land, go to combat, attack ya, level up. Also level up. Also pump. Misery Shade's looking good. Down to 6. Life is not as easy for our opponent when we kill the Piper. The Piper's been paid. Yeah, Wake in the Woods, I'm excited to try in older formats. Being able to trigger landfall a bunch of times seems really sweet. In standard, I think the only landfall card is that worm that makes Power Stones. And that card is just not, like, the most exciting for me. Well, do some attacking. Opponent gonna block the shadow. Well, pump. Draw. GG. 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 Oh, through the Shieldred. Through the Shieldred. I've made a Clay Champion +1/+1 counter deck, but I haven't actually played it yet. What card are you most hyped about? Like, if you could see any card today, what would your one card be? And why is it Gix? But really though, definitely Urza. Well, Urza's on the list. Clay Champion. So Clay Champion, I'm interested in trying that in older formats with hardened scales. Ooh, everyone's hyped about Historic. Do we have to play more Historic? Maybe we got to start playing more Historic. So I used your website a lot over the last 7 years or so, saw a few YouTube videos, especially against odds, and I got into the podcast, and now my first time watching your stream, my response to your fish mail this week, well, IPA for breakfast. Welcome to the stream, and thank you. Thank you for the answer. Steel Seraph. Oh, yeah, we might do some Urzing. People really, maybe we got to try the, okay, after we do a little Gixing, we will try the prototype Blink deck. We'll do a little updating to it and give it a shot. Because that has Steel Seraph. That is Steel Seraph. It has Phyrexian whatever. The Phyrexian one. Any Saheeli. I have a Saheeli artifact deck. We haven't tried it yet though. Flash Gorger, yes, thank you. Transmogrant almost made the cut in this deck. It didn't quite. It was close, though. Well, equip. See, Transmogrant's Crown is just like, it's good. It's just a good card. Down to 15. The race is on. Yeah, what do you think about that fish mail? How did you find goldfish? Opponent gonna take down the Liliana. We get a Valve Sleeper. Opponent hits us. How did you initially find goldfish? Do we blitz this? Do we care about this Liliana is the question. Worst rare card from Brothers War. I think it's the blue prototype. I think that card's really bad. Plus, I like the proxy jokes. Wizards and their overpriced proxies. YouTube looking at budget decks. YouTube channel looking for standard decks during OG Theros. Wow, that's back near the beginning of the Goldfish YouTube channel. AGK Mark with the gift sub to IPA for breakfast. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. Ooh, through Phil's video. So you're like somewhat recent to the Goldfish YouTube then, because Phil's only been around for like a year-ish. I don't know what we're supposed to do here. Yeah, I think this is safest. Let's just blitz it, kill Liliana. Not the most exciting turn, but getting rid of the Liliana does feel good. All right, more lands. Where's our Gix? John Cool Miller. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you. Thank you. Ooh. Whoa. Settle down there, opponent. That's our card. So our opponent's also Gixing. Interesting. Well, a Valve Sleeper. And equip. And pass the turn. We're getting close to being able to activate Gix. Opponent. Aww. Oh, so opponent's playing bad Gix. All right, Invoke Despair. Boo, Hiss, and every other bad thing. I hate that. I'm starting to hate Invoke Despair. I am starting to dislike that Magic the Gathering card. Graveyard Trespasser, eat the Gix. Play a land. Play Misery Shadow. Equip to the Misery Shadow. We're just dead though because they just cast another Invoke Despair. That card's so busted. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Oh, I thought Invoke Despair was going to be terrible during spoilers. I thought it was going to be, but was wrong on that one. That's for sure. the good old inexact science of. The good old inexact science of spoiler season predictions. I mean, it does have a lot of black mana symbols. I think it definitely benefits from black being the best color in Standard. I think if black was not the best color in Standard by a pretty huge margin, I think it would be a lot less impactful. But I think part of what makes it so despair-worthy is you just see it all the time because, like, the meta is still just so black-heavy. Hopefully, maybe it'll change from this set. What is your biggest hopes for the next Explorer Anthology? Ooh. So, I think it's changed. I think it's changed slightly because we know we're getting Innistrad Remastered, right? Or Shadows over Innistrad Remastered. So some of the stuff that was high in my list, like Spell Queller, for example, I think it's going to be taken care of in that set. The real answer, so I really want Soul Flayer because Soul Flayer is fun. Benny! And it's like close enough to being competitive, I think, that you can at least make the argument that it's, I don't know, it's a real-ish deck. It's not a super top-tier deck, but it's real enough that I think it would be worth having in the format. However, I think it's got to be Nykthos. We got to do something about Nykthos. Nykthos is the biggest sticking point right now that's keeping Pioneer in Explorer apart. That's like the card that's keeping the metagame so different. The scary part is the Devotion deck in Pioneer's busted to the point where I'm almost wondering if it's better just to ban Nykthos in Pioneer than to add Nykthos to add it to Arena for Explorer. But if they're not going to ban it in Pioneer, then I think we definitely do need to add it to Explorer. The current plan of having it be so different. What about Hidden Stirrings? Yes, we need Hidden Stirrings. We need the Delve spells. Treasure Cruise is another big one. Although, yeah, let's just, I guess, keep being aggro. Kill the Dork. Hit you for 5. Bring to Light. I really want that one. That would actually make 5-color Niv into a real deck, which would be sweet. I'll go to combat, hit ya. Land number 4 would have been good. You know what's going to make Karn busted? And I didn't realize, I didn't really dig in depth into the old border artifacts until today. I'm starting to feel like they're going to break the format, right? Like, all right, opponent removal for days. Get back the Cult Conscript. So what I'm scared of, and I'm actually surprised they added this card. Yeah, Shieldred, imagine that. Well, Misery Shadow, a Valve Sleeper. Also, opponents, they're not a Gix stack. They're just typical mono black that is playing a copy of Gix. Aye. Aye. Graveyard Trespasser. Uh-huh. Opponents. Passes. Shieldred again. Well, oh boy, Tenacious Underdog. This is not going well, not going well. But what I'm scared of is liquid metal coating. Why did they add liquid metal? I mean, I'm excited for it because that means you get to just landlock people, but why are they adding liquid metal coating? Like, isn't that just gonna break Historic? Like, we've seen it happen in Modern. Karn with liquid metal coating is really tough to beat. That's like the #1 Karn tutor target, is just snag the liquid metal coating, eat your opponent's lands, lock him out of the game. So I'm excited because that means land destruction's like probably a real deck now. But it does not seem like Arena players are gonna enjoy that. Oh, it's so brutal. It is absolutely brutal. So I'm actually kind of surprised they would do that. Sundering Titan, are they going to allow that in Brawl? Like, is that a legal historic Brawl card? That also kind of surprised me because that's banned in real Commander. Oh, there's the Gix. We're just so far behind, though, and we're missing all of our land drops. Shieldred's also a little messed up. A Valve Sleeper. I guess we're at the do nothing forever stage of this game. Hey, what's up, Dov Graham? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see ya. I feel like Karn's got to get banned in like every format. Why is Titan banned in Commander? The same reason Sylvan Primordial is, basically, that it just gives you a very big advantage. You blow up to 10 of your opponent's lands, which is a pretty meaningful number. So I think it's just too much land destruction. I wish if they ban Karn, they can definitely unban. Hey, what's up, Ozzy? Good to see you. Good to see you. If they ban Karn, they can and should unban Mycos and Bladis. Now let's level this up to Death Touch. I mean, we're staying alive. The problem is our opponent's playing the Shieldred version of black. And the Shieldred version of black is really, really strong. Like, this game would be even, except our opponent has had Shieldred. Otherwise, I think we're winning this game pretty meaningfully. But our opponent having Shieldred is just straight up winning them the game. Like, that's all they've done is play to Shieldred. You want to Ladislaw was too good. I mean, the problem is Karn is too good. Lattice Lock with like Stony Silence or Null Rod, that's actually pretty sweet. You got to draw 2 different cards. You got to resolve them. The problem is Karn's tutor ability is just so good. So you can play 1 copy of Lattice in your sideboard, never draw it as a dead card, which it often would be in your main deck, and still get them. It just makes me sad because there's like cool jank things you can do with Mycosynth Lattice. It is a really unique, neat card, and Karn is... Yeah, Karn doesn't feel like that to me. Karn doesn't feel like a unique, neat card. It feels like just an overpowered, over-the-top card. Okay. Graveyard Trespasser. Run it out. Eat your Misery Shadow. Gain a life. The Unbeatable Shieldred. Nykthos is cool, at least. I'm so torn on Nykthos. So here's where I go with that. I think that you once again need to ban Karn. I think that Karn is still the problem. You ban Karn. If you ban Karn, then I think that mono green is not busted. And then Nykthos actually does a lot of really positive things. The fact that mono green is so overpowered and pretty miserable to play against with the Karn combo finish, but the fact that that's so overpowered, wow, we have drawn 3 lands this entire game. Yeah. Next. The fact that green is so overpowered overshadows the fact that mono red devotion, mono white devotion, mono blue devotion, mono black devotion, those are really fun, not overpowered decks. Those are decks that we want to exist. So I really don't want to see... Let's add another removal spell for Shieldred, since apparently people are still doing that. Wow, the sideboard's a little messed up. I will give Arena credit. Arena has actually done pretty good with this release, but the sideboard is a little wonky at the moment. Let's have some more go for the throats. Let's try that. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think they do about Nykthos? I would hate to lose all the cool, like, not good devotion decks because Karn is busted. Yeah, mono blue is fun and janky. Mono red's fun and janky. Restrict card. They've never really done that in other formats. I don't know if that's actually a good solution. It's one of those solutions that, like, it sounds good at first, but then when you think about how Vintage plays, which is just try to tutor up your restricted cards, I feel like it actually leads to a not as good of a meta as you might think. All right, opponent Infernal Grasp. Sure. Is this another Shieldred deck? What is it with these Shieldred players? All right. Well, we have Transmogrant Crown. Probably better than Shieldred. Karn is surely getting the ban. Now you have even more good cards to fetch. It definitely has improved a lot as a result of this Flesh Gorger A. Well, yeah, let's hit you. See what our opponent does. Opponent gonna take it down to 11. Well, Graveyard Trespasser. Eat the misery. Where's our gigs? I dislike standard since everything is black. Yeah, we'll switch decks soon. I wasn't expecting everyone to be playing mono black, but apparently everyone's playing mono black. Huh, Shieldred. What is a Shieldred card? Where'd that come from? Where did that come from? I'll get him with the Evolve Sleeper. Hit our opponent to 10. Cult Conscript. Misery Shadow. Move over the crown past the turn. Underdog and a Trespasser and a Shouldered into the win. Or Flesh Gorger, apparently. All right, there it is. Opponent is trying to pull off that curve just in reverse. Braids. Gonna go attacking. Yeah, I think this is worth it. Block and block. Get rid of the Flesh Gorger. Except drawing a card hurts because there's a Shieldred. Oh, and it's not an answer. Alright, about it. Gonna sack the Tenacious Underdog. We draw land. Ooh, they did lose it forever, though. That might have been a punt on our opponent's part. Well, Graveyard Trespasser. Eat the Graveyard Trespasser. Equip. Go. Is it possible to beat a Shieldred? Hey Seth, here's my first Reservoir deck. Might be good versus Mono Black. Ooh, let me see Stone Rain. All right, opponent Gix. So is the right way to play Gix just to throw a copy into the already busted Mono Black deck? Apparently. Opponent Graveyard Trespasser. Gonna go attacking. Well, I mean, we'll just keep blocking and drawing cards and dying to Shieldred. You know what we really need, though? We really need a removal spell. Please, Magic Gods. Please, please, please. Evolve Sleeper. Get drained. Level up. Down to 11. Down to 9. Misery Shadow. Play the land. Evolve Sleeper. Equip. Pass the... This is the same exact way the last game played out, where our deck is beating our opponent's deck, except we can't beat a Shieldred. This is exactly the same. Graveyard Trespasser. Exactly. All right. We might have to switch decks after this. If this is the world, we might have to switch decks. Opponent Tenacious Underdog. And opponent passes. Well, level it up. Can we find a removal spell before we die? That's an Ashnod. That's not a removal spell. Well, play Ashnod. Removal! Nope. Shieldred. Play the land. And we're dead. Oh, what about playing 2 of the black tutors? I mean, I don't think you can... The black tutor, I think you need a plan for. I don't think you can play the black tutor and just use it to try to get a go for the throat or something. Especially if your deck isn't built around sacking stuff. But I don't think you can, like, sack a real card to just get a random card from your deck. I think you either need a... I'm getting a... I mean, we have removal. We just didn't actually draw any of it, sadly. Oh, Shieldred's brutal. Brutal. So the sad thing is, and this is the thing I dislike about our current position, is, you know what the correct answer is to the Shieldred problem? 100%. The correct answer is to play your own Shieldreds. But that's how you end up with 75% of the meta being the same color and playing the same deck. Like, that's the issue. So I think that is the... Well, there's all the removal, but 1 land. So I don't think we can keep this, sadly. 1 land, 1 keep. If we draw a 2nd and 3rd land, yeah, we got a mulligan. All right. Go Cult Conscripts. So that's the disappointing part, is that is the correct answer, but do you actually want to be that answer? Opponent. Dreams of Steel and Oil. Oh, let me see Stone Rain. I pulled it up, but I didn't actually look at it. Get in, hit ya. Portal Control, eh? Yeah, I mean, I mean, Control is probably a a decent-ish matchup, I would think. Well, run out Ashnod. Run out Cult Conscript. Hit you with the Cult Conscript. Where's our Gix? Where's our Gix? Yeah, it looks like a neat idea, Stone Rain. So trying to reanimate Portal to Phyrexia. It'll be interesting to see how good this actually is. I'm curious. But yeah, that looks like a sweet Urza control deck. Opponent's playing Gix. Okay, well. Kill the underdog. Well, we're a little stuck on lands anyway. Spend the removal on Gix. Hit you a bunch. But now Sheoldred comes. Hear me out. Start running mono blue deck that runs Invoke the Winds just to steal Sheoldred. Well, we called that, didn't we? Well, Graveyard Graveyard Trespasser. Oh, so familiar. So familiar. Yeah, stealing Sheoldred's makes sense. The thing is, it's one of those cards that just like it. If you have a copy, it just cancels out your opponent's copy, which is why there's such a big, I think, incentive to play it. Because if you also have a Sheoldred, then your opponent's Sheoldreds don't actually do anything, which is apparently pretty important in our current world. But I don't know if I can bring myself to do that. I think I would switch decks before adding Sheoldred to this deck. I mean, this is only 2 technically. A Valve Sleeper. Yeah, I think that Audacity is a really big deal for some sort of Boggle style archetype. About it. Runs out their stuff, passes. A Valve Sleeper, drained by Sheoldred. All right, one more try, and then we're gonna switch decks. If we run into this again, we're done. One more. I want to go off with Gix though. Gix is so sweet, but I refuse to add Sheoldred. I've got RCQ next week. This deck was obviously insane, but at least it was hard. Now it's harder. You might just lose anyway. Wait, what deck are we talking about? If you want Sheoldred but not play mono black, you can run Mirrorhole Mimic, Undercover Operative. Yeah, that's pretty bad though. I don't know if that's I think you need a plan for your clones. I don't think you want to play a clone just to try to get Sheoldred. Yeah, Over the Top is definitely super sweet. Well, all right. Gix and Transmogrant's Crown and a 2-drop. We'll give it a go. Uh-oh. Sheoldred? Sheoldred? Again? All right. Misery Shadow, go. Hey, what's up, Woodzo? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I don't think you could play Stone Brain to go after Sheoldred. I don't know. Do you think that's impactful enough? Liliana. So I think the real solution is to maybe go Over the Top. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe you just got to go big. I mean, Crown's been in games where we haven't just lost to Sheoldred, it's been good. About it. Taking up the Liliana. Can Stone Brain hit Invoke Despair? It can. It can hit up to 4 copies of any non-land card. Well, all right. Crown and equip. And attack the Liliana. I guess beat the swamp. Really think Arena is just matching you with another black deck. I mean, so far it has felt like that. That is what we've played against, I think, every round, right? Except, no, our first round, what did we play? We played something else and we won easily. I want to see Obstinate Baloth and No-Hide Ferox in Explorer. Is there any chance you play both? Ooh, I mean, it seems good against Rakdos. I think it's a fun idea. Are there any other cards like that you can just put into play? Orvar, right? I don't know if any of the other ones exist in Pioneer, though. Opponent. Underdog, eh? Are Soren's lifelink flying vampires not a consideration? There's a couple of Sorens in the sideboard, so there are some amount of there are some of them. Well, okay, Graveyard Trespasser. Eat the Tenacious Underdog. Equip. We haven't been able to keep a creature on the battlefield to make Gix go off. Do you think that soldiers have a favorable matchup against black? It's a good question.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
I mean, maybe we'll have to try it to find out. Blade of the Oni. And I guess we just equip. I mean, the crown's been doing some work. I will give the crown credit for that. What do you think would be the best bet if you play black every round? I haven't gotten to play Portal Control on the ladder so far, but Casual Games destroyed mono black.
Drop it.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I would assume. I mean, a bunch of sweepers and removal seems good. I think the question's probably going to be how much graveyard hate is there. But Urza's very, very powerful. I like that it's not a super counterspell heavy control deck. Owl of the Night, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to everyone. Thank you about it. Tenacious Underdog. And last card, more Lilianas. All right, well, I mean, we've sort of run our opponent out of cards. Play the land. Play the Gix. Pass the turn. If we kill the Junji, though, they get back Graveyard Trespasser. That's a little awkward. Oh, did they just top deck another removal spell? Oh, no. Oh, no, oh, no. Oh, Reckoner Bankbuster. Huh, so question for you, chat. Do you think that Standard is going to change?
I'm tired of your secrets.
Do you think that this set's going to change Standard? So far, this pretty much feels like, and maybe it's because people haven't built new decks yet. It is release day, but so far, this pretty much just feels like the same Standard as before. My theory was we want to play Constructed today because we're going to see cool new things. But so far, it's kind of just been the same old things. Hoping Soldiers will make a ripple. Yeah, I wonder if Soldiers have a shot against Mono Black or all these black decks. It'll take months to build up the needed wildcard to make a new deck. I mean, golden packs are supposed to help, right? I wonder if Mono Red even could compete with the black decks. Like, Graveyard Trespasser gains life. Maybe. Oh, Misery Shadow. Equip. Go to combat. Attack the Liliana. Opponent draws a card. Opponent blocks. Just kidding. Opponent. Yeah, the golden packs are like incredibly sweet. Oh, what do you think a good red deck would look like, Pours Wine? We could build mono red. Mono red could be a good budget deck. But the problem is like Shieldred still, right? Doesn't Shieldred just sort of wreck mono red or no? That would be my guess. Like, isn't that just the nightmare between, even without Mihawk Massacre, you got Shieldred gaining life, you got Graveyard Trespasser gaining life. Those cards seem really good against mono red. Opponent gonna draw some more cards. Why would you open new packs when you can just win the same cards? Wait, how do you win? Oh, win with the same cards. I see. Hey, Seth, my friend during Magic 30 got you to sign my Ayula Retro. Do you remember? I absolutely love it to death. I do remember. I'm glad I made it back to you. Yeah, Ayula's such a cool card. Oh, Infernal Grasp, but we can't activate it. Or can't use it. All right. Time to switch decks. Opponent. Down to 5. Another Bank Buster. All right. New deck. Yeah, the opponent can't gain life. Oh, this is only game 1. Yeah, maybe a black aggro deck just can't work. That's too bad. I feel like maybe you just gotta grind more. Maybe Crowning Gix is not enough to actually grind with the black the tier black decks of the format. Maybe that's the issue. So maybe you just can't be aggro. Are we still in a world where you can't be aggro? I was thinking that was gonna change and that aggro could be a thing again, but maybe standard is just still about like how much can you grind? Hey Seth, have you considered moving off the ladder during the first couple days? Ooh, why? What would be the upside of moving off the ladder? I think Transmogrant's crown's really good. I do. Hey, thank you, Zed. I've noticed less shielded off the ladder. Seems more like Brewer's Paradise. Oh, you mean like just play unranked casual games or whatever? I mean, you could. Best of One has way more variety. Yeah, but Best of One is also just a coin flip, right? A coin flip also has a lot of variety. It's either head or tails, and you never know. Call the llamas! Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to everyone. Thank you. I mean, we can't go over the top. Not today. But we will be going over the top soon, I promise. Yes, golden boosters, you gotta buy Brothers War packs, but golden boosters are officially a thing. All right, we got Gix. This is Gix's last chance to shine before we switch to another deck. Opponent Evolve Sleeper. Well, all right. Transmogrant's crown, go. I love best of 3. I just don't get why they don't make more random, can't do it. I love best of 3, but I just don't know why. They don't make more random, can't do it anymore. They don't make it more random. Oh. Wait, so you mean like the matchups that you face? Yeah, I don't know. I really struggle to play best of 1 too often. I feel like so much of best of 1 comes down to stuff that's outside of my control that it becomes hard for me to... Oh, I got removal this game. It becomes hard for me to enjoy just because I feel like such a huge percentage of who wins is like the die roll, the coin flip, you know, specific opening hands. Like there's no catch-up mechanic. So if you lose the die roll and you're against aggro and you just get run over, maybe, I don't know, I think it's because I played Magic for so long. It's hard. Maybe if I was just starting the game, I would just embrace it and think of it like Hearthstone or something, where it's just like, oh, that's just how the game is. But if you play best of 3 for a long time, at least for me, those games end up driving me crazy and making me enjoy the format a lot less. Well... Kill the Graveyard Trespasser. Discard the land, sadly. We gotta do something big. I think we just gotta go over the top. Not literally over the top. But I think we gotta like just meld Urza or something. Maybe that's a solution to all of life's problems. Imagine Deafening Sphere coming back. A bunch of cards. Kiri consider search for his Kanta that were run out with Surveil. Oh yeah, the Surveil errata is cool. I don't know. I want to build like a Surveil budget deck. I'm not convinced that I'm not convinced that it'll actually be competitive at all. The payoffs just are still kind of weak. They're like just random commons and uncommons that don't seem very strong. But it is a deck that I definitely am planning on building just to see how it goes. I think it's definitely a good errata. Meanwhile, everyone's playing new standard. I'm hyped to surveil errata in arena. Ooh, let me... Oh dear, invoke despair. Let me see. Yeah, this looks very much like... Oh, not exactly, actually. The like, dredgy creeping chill theme is kind of neat. But I was curious, like, if you play the Thoughtbound Phantasms and Spy Bugs, can that actually make a deck now? Like, does errata make that a deck? And it is super cheap. Like, that's definitely one of the big upsides. How's it worked for you? Well, okay. Reckoner, Bank Buster, Evolve Sleeper. Go. Yeah, how's it work, Dragon Archmage? I'm sure we'll be going back to Lorwyn at some point. We talked about this, I think, last stream, but with Kamigawa being such a huge success, I imagine that's going to increase Wizards. Invoke Despair and Invoke Despair. I don't think I've ever beat that.
Don't overthink.
Why is Arena way more mana flood and screwy than IRL play? Wow, that's a depressing time to draw the Sorin. All right, next. I think it's because people are bad at shuffling their decks in standard, honestly. I think that's really it. Steel Seraph makes Shieldred scoop. Poor Praetor can't handle flying lifelinkers. Don't they? I mean, we can try the prototype Blink deck, but wouldn't they just kill it? Did you read the FT article that smashes Hasbro for how it handles MTG? Wait, what is FT? I mean, there was a big topic yesterday about Bank of America. Downgrading, double downgrading Wizards. So if it's related to that, then I think I pretty much got the gist of it, at least. I mean, the thing that I was impressed by is it really did... Yeah, let's try Combat Threshers. And I feel like with the amount of Shieldreds we're playing, we're gonna need more removal. All right, so this is a prototype Blink deck. We'll see. So you get the Steel Seraphs, which are apparently the truth. You get the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, now Combat Thresher. So the goal is to essentially play these prototype creatures and then use Hollow Respite, the ever depressing Hollow Respite, Planner Incision, or Touch the Spirit Realms or Mysterious Limousine to blink them to turn them fully powered, and then hopefully use them to kill the opponent. Is there anything else? Is there anything else that should be added to this deck? Any ideas? How does this deck beat Shieldred? How does anything beat Shieldred? I mean, I don't even know if this deck is good. There's a chance that it's very janky, but it's a cool plan, right? Like a way to abuse the exciting new mechanic from the set. So I think we should at least try. Is there anything? No, not Shieldred. Anything but Shieldred. Destroy Evil. We might have some in our sideboard. We have a bunch of Void Wrens. Void Wren seems really good. Void Wren gets rid of everything, including Shieldred, and we do have a Destroy Evil too. So we have a lot. We have a ton more removal. Oh my god. And we do have a Shieldred. Dirty Shieldred in the sideboard. One Spectral Adversary. The Spectral Adversary, I think, is pretty good for the Blink plan because its phase out ability triggers even when you blink it. Yeah, I saw someone playing Hulking Metamorph. Is it worth it? It's got a copy an artifact or creature you control, and it's a 3/3. I mean, it's another fine blink target, I guess. Like a 7/7 combat thresher, Steel Seraph is pretty good. Why Urtai? It's like a removal spell that works with the blink effects. Maybe that's not worth it. I think Assembler's, I don't know if Assembler's worth it. What do you think about Autonomous Assembler? Hey, what's up, Snellies? How are you? Anyone's like arena code for free pack sounds really funny. Play bro sounds like frat Playboy variant. Yeah, it kind of does. Let's try it. Let's try it. Metamorph seems sweet copying Portal in other decks. Yeah, I don't know if we can get to. Can we get to Portal? Probably. You know what? Let's try a game. Let's try a game and see what happens. Let's just try it and see what happens. Assembler is too cute, but we can blink it. I do think that's the weakest slot, though. If we're going to cut something, it's probably Assembler. I mean, I guess we could just add more removal. Maybe that's... or more Hallowed Respites. Portal. How do we get to Portal, though? That's the thing. It's so much mana. And we don't really have a way to ramp into it. Can we really just get to 9 mana and cast it? I think the Unearth White Mythic. Wait, Unearth White Mythic. What is the Unearth White Mythic? Oh, this thing? Is this actually good? It draws cards. I was thinking it's maybe wasn't good, but maybe it's good. Yeah, I guess the blink effects do work with Unearth, don't they? That is a good point. I do love Cityscape Leveler. I think Cityscape Leveler is like so good. That's one of my, it might be my favorite card from the set right now, as far as actually being like a card that I think is strong. All right, well, we can try a Platoon Dispenser. And maybe we just go... You know what? Let's go Brutal. Let's go Brutal Cathar. How do we stop Invoke Despair? It seems like Invoke Despair, Shieldred. That's been our experience so far today. Invoke Despair, Shieldred. Those seem to be the two cards we got to find a way to deal with. Is Cityscape Leveler better than Titan of Industry? I mean, Titan is very good, but I think it depends. It depends a little bit on your deck. So if you have green mana, I think Titan of Industry is still... They're close, but I would probably still play Titan of Industry if I was a green-heavy deck. I really like that Cityscape Leveler gives other color combinations something that is really close to Titan of Industry. Yeah, I mean, I guess we got a bunch of... We do have a bunch of counters in the sideboard. We can transform into a... into a Crim deck, I guess. Hey, what's up, Dragon? Good to see you, good to see you. Yeah, I wonder, maybe Stone Brain. So traditionally, when it comes to cards like Stone Brain, the common traditional knowledge is you don't play those cards. You don't play those cards unless you are stopping a specific combo. Like if you're playing against Storm and you can take all their grape shots and they have no way to win, you bring it in. Or if you're playing against Amulet Titan and you can take all their Primeval... Oh no, this is going to be bad. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. And you can take all their Primeval Titans. The general feeling though is you don't play them just to take value cards. I wonder where to Invoke Despair and... Oh, that's game. Too slow, too slow. Yeah, this is gonna be a fast one. This is a good example of why Best of One can drive me crazy. Like, this is just like an auto loss. In Best of 3, you're like, okay, I can bring in more removal and rerun it back. But when it happens in Best of 1 and that's the only game, oh, it feels so bad. All right, let's bring in more removal. Go down this Platoon Dispenser. Go down a Limo. I mean, we have like 10 removal spells. That's gotta be enough. That's gotta be enough. It was quick. Do you really? I mean, we shouldn't be any more or less likely to play against Shieldred, right? That's not how matchmaking works in Best of 3 or in Ranked, right? At least that's my understanding. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, maybe Stone Brain is worth more consideration. Well, okay. I guess the Brutal Cathar is fine. We don't really have any. We have multiple blink spells, but we have no. Wow, opponent's just gonna mulligan into Oblivion and scoop it up. Opponent looking for the snowball draw, not getting it. I mean, it's not supposed to though, right? Didn't they say that it shouldn't apply to ranked? My understanding is that's just like the whole matchmaking thing is more of a conspiracy theory than anything else, but I know in unranked, they try to match you against like the similar amount of rares or something, but it's not supposed to apply to ranked. I mean, maybe... I mean, we'll run it out. Maybe Grape Shot's not the best example. But the basic idea is if you can take a single card that essentially wins is your only way for your opponent to win the game, it's good. But the trap that people fall into is like, I'm going to bring in Stone Brain against Burn to get their lightning bolts or things like that. And that's where Stone Brain is typically at its worst. Like those are the nightmare scenarios that you typically don't want to deal with Stone Brain. Evian MTG, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. Now, let's just pass and flip. We can tie something. Moonrage Brute's gonna flip back around at some point. Conspiracy theories aside, I built a 9-life deck in Historic, having never faced it prior. My very first match was against 9 lives. It does feel like that sometimes, doesn't it? All right, let's just Urtai. Opponent gets a card. Blood the Werewolf. I mean, we're a land away from blinking into a 3/3 double strike. That's pretty good. Ooh, all right. Well, I mean, play the land. Combat Thresher. Combo. I think this counts as a combo. Boom. Draw a card. It's a Loran. Planner and Oh, actually, we should just wait. We should just wait and leave up the Planner and Incision. It could be more valuable against whatever our opponent plays. Opponent. I will say, I've never seen more Howlpack Pipers in my life. What is going on? What is going on? Is Howlpack Piper the new Shieldred? Every match is either Shieldred or somehow Howlpack Piper. What are the chances? Oh, blowout. Blake it. Bring it back. It is huge. It's a 4/4 double strike. Draw a card. Kill your thing. What a play. No DE. Welcome to the... Ooh, and there's a Silver Seraph. No DE. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup here for you. Thank you. All right. Go to combat. Oh, this is a lot of damage. Let's just go lifelink, actually. Hit ya. Prototype paying off. About it. Done. The blink plan worked. Oh, that was good. I feel like this deck, maybe this deck's gonna work. It felt good that game. Ooh, the new chests are up on Moto. Sweet. Are they worth a lot more? Yeah, life. I will say, I would much rather play against Hellpack Piper than Shieldred, apparently. Life is easier when the 4-drop is Hellpack Piper. How many black sources do you have? Many? I mean, if anything, maybe more than are actually necessary, but 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18? 18. Yeah, that's a lot of black sources. Do we want to change anything? Maybe a Void Rend? Actually, the Brutal Cathars felt good there. We just got to be able to answer things early. I feel like the easiest way we lose is just being too slow, essentially. Let's go down the Corrupt Court official. Let's try, like... Oh, we could bring in a Wandering Emperor. What do you think about Hallowed Respite? Is Hallowed Respite... Is it worth it? I went back and forth when I was building this deck. So, Planner Incision, Instant Speed, which is huge. Hallowed Respite, Sorcery Speed. But you do get Flashback, so you get to use it twice. I'm still not 100% confident which is better. 2 times versus being able to save your thing from a removal spell. Hallowed Respite should have been... it should have been an instant. Every time I think of Momentary Blink and then look at Hallowed Respite, it just makes me sad. That was like a common. Momentary Blink was a common. And it's instant speed. It just like does everything it does. But ooh, the Flex Scourger Nut Draw. Okay. Ascendant Pack Leader. Sure. Rafine's Tower. But we get to do something. Spirited Companion, kill something. Into Flesh Gorger Blink. All right, there's the Naturalist. Oh, this is awkward. This is awkward. Oh. All right, chat, what's your vote? What do we do here? We can Infernal Grasp, but then Tovolar gets us. We can Spirited Companion, but then Tovolar still kind of gets us. Kill a thing or play a good boy? The awkward part is if we wait to see if there's a Tovolar, then we let this flip. I also vote we win. That would be sweet. I mean, the good boy draws us a card and it can block the Pack Leader. I actually, you know what? I think I've come around on the good boy. Oh, Flesh Gorgers for days. How good is Phyrexian Flesh Gorger? How good is it? That is the question. Is it good enough to win us this game? Opponent plays a land. Oh, no Torvalar. Gets in. Sure. Makes a mana. Not ideal. No blocks. Down to 16. Howlpack. Why, Magic Gods? Why is everyone playing Howlpack Piper? I don't get it. My brain cannot comprehend. I swear I haven't seen Howlpack Piper in literally a year. Like, seriously, not a single time in probably thousands of games of Standard since, like, right after Innistrad released a year ago. And now it's every match. I'm offended, Seth, you read Good Boy flavor text, you'd find that she's a girl. Oh, wait, there's no flavor text, though. Even if I click on it, is there actually flavor text? I mean, I guess it does get better with all the big things running around. Oh, this is tough. Yeah, this feels a lot harder on the draw. Well, let's... Yeah, I mean... Go ahead, I guess, Piper. Pass the turn. Not feeling super confident. About it. Looking at their Piper. Werewolves get so much better on the play, I think. Being able to... Alright, here's the piping. How bad is it? Bad, I would say. Pretty bad. Very bad. Super bad. Oh, about it. Gonna put some counters on things. Wait, is there a way I'm supposed to be able to see the flavor text? Bonnet gets in, makes mana. Yeah, this one seems over. That was with 3 lands. Oh, that was with 3 lands. The card was super blank. The card didn't have any flavor text on there. Wow, what a turd. I mean, no disrespect for the Piper. I just, no one plays it until today, and now everyone plays it. Wow, that was a blowout. All right, well, we'll look again. Next time we draw the dog, we'll look again to see if there's flavor text. All right, no dog. All right, I mean, we got the limo. We're good. We did also lose the die roll, though, which is less good. Tap land. Go. But that was a pretty impressive werewolf turn, I guess. Opponent was going off. Well, land. Boom. Bugler Rats, the human version. RBS, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. See, this one doesn't have flavor text either. Nothing. Opponent gets in. Hits us. Land. Fable of the Mia Breaker. Well, I guess we do some combat threshing. Draw a card. All right, there's a Flesh Gorger. We're a little light on ways to blink things, and our opponent is doing Fable stuff. Oh, I think, well, not in Standard, I don't think you'd make 12 Bugler Rats, but in, like, Explorer or whatever, yeah, you got it. See, no flavor text on this one either. Opponent gets in. I mean, I guess we gotta, oh, this feels bad, but I guess we gotta trade our 7-drop for a token from Fable of the Mirror Breaker. If you right-click the card in the top left where it makes a picture of the card bigger, there's flavor. Like by the name? But well, we'd like to do fun things. Instead, we will kill Shieldred. Top left, right? Am I misunderstanding this? Oh no, no lands. Pass the turn. I mean, we haven't seen the dog yet anyway. Top right, there's a floating... Oh, up here. Top right. I see. Oh, that's a flavor tax. Okay. I got... I gotcha. We found it. Now we just got to draw the dog. Do they all have it? Oh, boy. No lands again. All right. Oh! Yeah, the top left thing threw me off, but... Yeah, maybe we got to change the sideboard to play counters. You know, all right, quick update. How do we make this deck work? Cuz this deck seems like it should be so sweet. Who has time to read flavor text? Well done, chat. You trained me where the flavor text is. I appreciate it. I will never forget again. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magic cards, you get them over at cardkingdom.com. How many lands in the deck? 24, 25, somewhere in that range. 24 currently. But I do think, oh boy, the sideboard is hard to use because you can't really see the cards. But I do think we do need counters. Let's go 2 Disdainful Strokes, 2 Negates. I feel like this deck has potential. It's got to have potential. Let's cut this Platoon Dispenser. Let's go up to 25 lands. Let's be excessive. Add a Mishra's Boundary. All right. Let's do it. I made your Aristocrat deck for Explorer using Rally and Most Rider. Ooh, how's it been working in Explorer, Ario? Yeah, the sideboarding's been a little messed up. Want to let you know, I absolutely love your mono red deck you posted. Looks like so much fun. Yeah, the Power Stone deck is super fun. I mean, in Wizards' defense, I will say, I'm used to on new set release day Arena like literally not working or like barely working or having to restart it every couple matches or like streaming from Magic Online because it's so bad. The sideboard being a little bit messed up visually, I count this as a huge win for set release day and Arena. Like, I was going to say that I feel like this set release actually, the last two actually, this one and Domineer United, have actually went surprisingly smoothly. Leave our limos alone about it. We have a new subscriber, Elf, for the 29th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much. Oh, we can finally read the flavor text. If I can find it. Welcome to the Fishbowl. All right. She formed a friendship with several playful spirits as soon as the pack was known as a source of mischief in Ijano. Oh, all right. I can see that. Well, let's see how good Steel Seraph is. Actually, the real question is, are the limos good? How good are the limos? Steel Seraph, boom. Lifelink Doggo, hit ya. About it. She formed a friendship with several playful spirits. Wait. Oh, are those spirits floating around? I thought those were... You ever see the brain episode of Futurama where Fry has to like... because Fry is so dumb, his brain waves can't be intercepted. I thought they were just Futurama brains, but apparently they're spirits. All right, go to combat. Yeah, we'll go that way. Does Cardboard Live not have bro cards yet? Apparently not. A couple other people have mentioned that too. I think they just have not actually got it up and running yet. the Scooty Puff Jr. Futurama was a pretty good show. How much do we care about this Steel Seraph? I guess quite a bit. You know what? This probably means we die to Shieldred, but we want to blink this Steel Seraph, so we're going to counter the Abrade. Fauna gets a card. Brotherhood's End would get us good here. Opponent. Land End. Alpac Piper. About it. Passes. Well, play the land. Go to combat. Urtai gets the lifelink. Go attacking. It's almost limo time. This will be the first limo we've ever cast, I think. Boom. Here they come. Oh, draws a card. Okay. Is limo going to resolve? All right. Opponent kills a Steel Seraph. Drops to 8. Well, limo time. It is limo time, but no, the good boy, the good girl, I guess, in the car. About it. Corpse of Fraser, gonna go digging. So when this attacks, we get to exile a creature, but then we get back our good boy. So we just need to make sure we can crew this. Maybe Mysterious Limousine is the answer to all the good cards in Standard. How about it? I mean, dogs do love riding in the car. Bear loves riding in the car. That is true. About it. Oh my god, my car. Oh, I don't even know why I'm telling this story because it makes me it kind of makes me look like an idiot. But so chat, back me up on this. Back me up. So, what would you think? So you got a car, right? And you drive that car. It's the car you drive all the time. You notice the oil starts going down. So you got to put oil in it, like, let's say every week or two. You gotta put a quart of oil in it. But you never notice the oil anywhere. It's not like there's a puddle of oil under your car when you go out to get into it. So I would assume your car was just like running through a lot of oil for some reason. I'm not an expert on cars. Very, very, very far from being expert on cars. But I just assumed that my car was kind of just thirsty and needed a lot of oil. So I would just keep putting the oil into it. And then one day, Commander's Labs, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It started making really weird noises and stopped running. And I had to call someone to come and tow it. And when they got there, they said, "Oh my God, there's oil leaking out all underneath your car." And then the garage said that the engine was ruined. So was I doing something wrong, or does it make sense that your car would just be thirsty and need a lot of oil? Check your coolant for oil. Do we get rid of the corpse? Actually, this has got to be the right choice. Get rid of the flex scourger. Get back our good boy. It's a head gasket issue. Yeah, that sounds expensive. Major problem. Oh, you know, Seth, the deck might want to run Runos. Wait, this deck might be a perfect Runos Stormkirk deck. Ooh, I could see that. We do have a lot of expensive stuff. Wait, are they gonna block the limo? Is limo OP? If they block the limo, we get back the Flesh Gorger, right? And then when it's back as a 7, oh, it's working. Our plan is we could even kill the limo if we needed to. It's working. The limo plan is working. My car, the limo plan is working better than my car. I'll give it that. Eventually oil starts to become a problem, but once you start taking like more than monthly refills, you should get it to a mechanic. Yeah, I learned that now. If you had too much oil over the rate, the amount of pressure builds up and blows the seals out. So many issues. Did you check the oil level was under the mark? Yeah, it would. Wow, so good. So good. That's a 7-5. That's a 7-5 with Ward Pay 7 life. That's game. How are they going to beat it? How are they going to beat it? They can't target it or they die. We broke it. We broke it with Mysterious Limousine. Yeah, Runo Stormkirk seems like it could be good. Wow, the limo. Yeah, sure, opponent. Kill that. That's fine. That is not your problem. The Urtai is not your issue here. The issue is this Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, which you literally cannot kill. Corpse Appraiser. Sure. I mean, I guess they can try to block it, double block it to stay alive. Gonna go digging. Yeah, it's essentially hexproof at this point because they just can't afford to pay the ward. The ward is, I mean, Ward 7 is a big number. That is a really big number. Oh my, I forgot all about Kartog. I remember listening to that when I was a kid. All right, so we kill a Corpse Appraiser. If our opponent counters it, then we limo a Corpse Appraiser. And then Flesh Gorger. And the Spirited Companion. Oh, game. That should be game. Opponent passes. Go to combat. Gorge a little flesh. Yes, it's actually working. Wouldn't you be an opponent scoops it up? So my understanding is you can't pay life that you don't have. Whoa! Whoa! Grixis, Sheoldreds scoops it up to the Mysterious Limousine. We did it. We did it. we made a player want to not play Magic with one of the busted standard decks with Mysterious Limousine. we haven't played the Saheeli deck yet. It's still too mysterious. Yeah, limo. I would say limo is a mysterious way to blink things. Yeah, Cardboard Live is a little bit behind. Yeah, people don't know how to deal with a limo. Ooh, this hand's bad, but we're gonna keep it. We're gonna draw land, right, chat? Yes. After this, we just updated it, so after this round, I will export it and put it in the chat. Ooh, soldiers. All right. Oh, no, that's the worst draw. Okay. Well, if we don't draw land, this might be a quick one. About it. Portals of Phyrexia is a sweet card. Is Ursula's Silex broken? I wouldn't say broken. I think... Ooh, that's actually helpful. I wouldn't say it's broken. Is it a decent-ish sweeper, especially for a Super Friends deck? I'd give it that, but I don't think it's a broken card. Hey, what's up, Ardillo? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, recruitment officers. Oh, they're playing humans. I thought. Oh, they're playing soldiers. All right, opponent gonna get in and hit us. We really could use a land here. Oh no. Well, that is a land. All right, Urtai. Save us, Urtai. You really, truly are our only hope at this point. Oh, another one. Oh, what a soldier draw. What a soldier draw. Well, Urtai. Wow, this is like the scariest draw I've ever seen. Oh, no. Wow. I mean, that soldier hand's going to beat a lot of decks. So, well, I guess we bring in a touch more removal. Whoo! Yeah, that was not good. That was not good at all. Yeah, that was not even close. Not even close. But we do get more removal, which is good. And we will be on the play, which is also good. Yeah, I mean, they just had enough lords, stacked up enough lords. I mean, triple 1-drop, double 2-drop lord. That's a very good start. I mean, their 1-drop is very good too because it draws cards. Ew. All right, well, that's okay. We'll just thrash them. This looks familiar. Recruitment officer, part 2. Well, let's play the Mishra's Foundry. Opponent might not realize that we can't activate it. They might think it's a Mishra's Factory. Urza Silex destroys on land except 6. Sets all players back to neutral field state with 6 lands. Yeah, I mean, I think that could be relevant in Commander. I think oh boy, this draw again. I think in Commander, being able to like slow down the green player, I think is a nice upside. All right, Combat Thresher. Of course, it's a Valiant Veteran. I mean, these have just been very above the curve soldier draws, I think. Touch the Spirit Realm. Get rid of the Veteran. Play Rafine's Tower. Pass the turn. Opponent. Land. Guy Strike Officer. Passes. Okay. That's fine. We got a shot. So, play the land. How do we do this? We can just hardcast these next turn. Limo? Limo seems greedy. Oh, can we survive? I think that Teething Wormlet's really good, but it needs a very specific shell, I would say. You got to be like a green-based artifact deck. So the amount of decks that would want it is pretty narrow, but in that deck, I think it's a very good 1-drop, all the way back to Pioneer, maybe even Modern. What do we do? Any chance we can try a game with portal control? Possibly. It is a cool idea. What do we how do we survive this? I'll play the Seraph. Pass the turn. Oh, we need our stuff to stay alive. Photo gets to draw a card. Hold. Yeah, I think we gotta hold on to the blink in case something goes wrong here. There's even a chance we gotta blink one of our opponent's things. Opponent, land, Thalia. Plays the Thalia. Okay. And finds even more Valiant veterans. That's unfortunate. Opponent. Gonna go attacking. Oh, this feels so bad. I mean, maybe Soldier's good. It's looking good at the moment, at least. And they get to get their Lord back. Jeez, Soldier's looking insane. Yeah, I think Cardboard Live is broken at the moment. I'll play the limo. Get rid of the Lord. I mean, I guess our opponent has also drawn multiple Lords every game, which I think is making Soldiers look... I think it's making Soldiers look maybe a little scarier than they actually are. Like, there's only one actual straight-up Lord in the format, right? So I think the fact that they've just had double or triple Recruitment Officer, which is the only good one drop, into double or triple Lord every game is just... That's asking for a lot to go right. Opponent. Strange attack. Passes. Well, can our big stuff... Bro is live. Bro's officially live. All right. I mean, full price it. Flesh Gorger. And give this Vigilance. If our opponent has removal, we're kind of out of luck. If they don't have removal, though, this Flesh Gorger, maybe. Hold. Opponent plays a land. Siege Veteran. Counters on the mural. Makes a roughly infinite number of tokens. That's bad. That is bad. Yeah, mural's going off here. All right, I mean, kill it. Go to 15. Opponent makes double. Oh no, what a nightmare. What a nightmare. So, is there any way we remain alive? That's 10 tokens. We're super dead. This removal spell would have been so good last turn. Like, if we killed the mural, life would be sweet. But yeah, I think they soldiered us. I mean, there's just no way we survive, right? Like, straight up, we're just super dead on board. Unfortunately, this only triggers during our turn. I gotta say, Silver Seraph seems like, I don't know. So far, it's been more okay than good. In this deck, at least. It feels more like medium. Vigilance and Lifelink to the 3/3. Yeah, I don't think that's enough to overcome because they're getting +1/+1 counters from their 3-drop too. Cool. Well, Mural showed up there. I mean, remember the idea is we didn't draw the blink stuff, or we weren't able, because our opponent was off to such a fast start, we weren't able to use our blink synergies. The hope is that we're gonna get the big mode of this quickly, but it didn't work out that game because our opponent just had such a fast start. Yeah, I think Mural, the question is, does it live? Like, how often does it live? It's one of those cards that it doesn't do anything right away, but if you untap with it, it can be incredibly powerful. Is this the Infinite Recursion deck or Draw 2 deck? Neither. Hey Seth, how's Standard been lately? I dropped out of Magic when I had to sell my cards to pay bills. Shortly after the last return to Kamigawa, just lost all. Want to play, but now wanting to get back in. Is this a good spot to try again? So I think it's a good spot in the sense that we just got a new set and we just had rotation not that long ago. So I think those would both be things that would make this. Oh, there we go. There's a Planar Incursion. Like, we can build a 4/4 double strike next turn. That's actually pretty impressive. And then we can give it lifelink and gain 1,000,000 life. That seems good. That seems good. The power seems high. So yeah, I think it is a good time because we had rotation, not this set, but the set before, and we just got a new set. So I think that both of those factors make it a good time to get back into Standard. Although, and they also just made a change to the economy, which should make it cheaper with golden packs. Do we like chicken nuggets or popcorn chickens better? So I have this thing about chicken nuggets. I used to really like chicken nuggets, but then I saw this video about like how they're made, and it was so disgusting that I don't know, that it's just like all the like garbage pieces of the chicken, and they mash them together and then bread them so it looks good, even though it really is like super disgusting and not good. So I saw this video, and the video kind of ruined chicken nuggets for me. I try to find like all white meat chicken nuggets if I buy chicken nuggets, because apparently those are like actual good pieces of the chicken. But they're actually really hard to find, just at like a grocery store, at least around here where I shop. It's actually hard to find them. So I've mostly switched to eating like popcorn chicken or that kind of chicken, which is honestly, I haven't seen a video about it. I'm sure that it's just as disgusting and horrible, but I haven't seen a video informing me of how gross and horrible it is. So I avoid popcorn chicken videos now. So yeah, that's my technique. Everything we eat is disgusting and gross. I think that's true, but normally I don't know about it. Ignorance is bliss, as they say. Like, if I know that it kind of is, but I try to avoid it, avoid thinking about it. But when I accidentally do find out about it, it's like, oh no. Oh. Yeah, hot dogs are another one that are, when you hear the stories about it, is it really true? Is it really true, Stone Rain, that hot dogs are pig anuses? I have heard that is the case. But of course, if you look at the ingredients on a package of hot dogs, they're not going to put pig anus on there. They would never sell another package of hot dogs again. So they're not just going to put it on there. That's not true. Oh, that's good. Or like intestines or something. Is it some leftover meat ground into paste? Okay, so that's a little chicken nugget-y then. Ish. Well, let's run out the Seraph. Run out the Seraph. Leave up our Blink Effect. Leave up the Infernal Grasp. If we can get a window to start blinking, it would be good. Hot dogs are a sadly misunderstood product. So, but I still think there's like, is pig anus a fluid? Oh no, I don't want to think about such things. An old mentor of mine, often working on a farm, said that hot dogs would often get other critters inside of them. Wait, that hot dogs aren't an animal though, right? Oh no, I don't want to watch it, Stone Rain. No, don't ruin another food for me. I don't eat hot dogs that much because I have heard sketchy things about them, but they haven't been completely ruined. Yeah, I guess we just let's go double strike flying here. Beholland Human, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. First time sub, big scoops here for you. Thank you. It was kind of like, I've told this story before, but like when I worked at McDonald's, it kind of ruined McDonald's for me. Although they recently brought back the breakfast bagels, and those are really good. But it kind of ruined McDonald's for me because I just saw like where the food was coming from. So now I try to avoid it as much as possible. But I'm sure that every other fast food restaurant is roughly the equivalent. I just haven't seen behind the curtain at like Wendy's or Burger King or something. So in my mind, it's not as bad because I haven't actually seen it, even though rationally I know like it's gotta be the same. It's not like I worked at some outlier McDonald's that was the worst food place in the world. It was just how McDonald's is. Shieldred. Imagine that. Do we even want to kill? Huh. We also got to kill this reflection, probably. About it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Getting frisky. So opponent's only got 1 mana. Well, I guess it's time to do this then. Blank the Combat Thresher while your opponent's tapped down. Get it back as a 4/4. Draw a card. Yes. Get drained. New. And are you actually killing it? I mean, it's a lot of damage. We can send it to the air. Hit our opponent for 8. I gotta export it. This is the Esper prototype Blink deck. There's a version of it on the sheet, although it's not updated. I keep forgetting we gotta update it, but after this round. All right, so block and kill. Yeah, I don't think I could be vegan. I just don't like vegetable. I don't like vegetables enough. Oh, all right. So opponent does have removal, unfortunately. Well, kill the Shieldred. Sure. Boat cruise it up. All right, what do we find? Just a land. Well, I don't really want to do this, but I feel like we have to kill the... Let's go lifelink on our Seraph. Seraph's feeling good this game. I feel like we got to kill this reflection. I don't like giving our opponent a card here, but if we let it live, they're just going to do the Blood Tithe Harvester combo stuff, and we're going to get a little wrecked. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't feel good, but run out or tie. Get rid of the Fable the Mirror Breaker. Cross our fingers. Absolute favorite food. I mean, honestly, nothing like a good burger. A good burger is probably, I mean, or like steak is also good. Something meaty, honestly, is probably my favorite overall food. Although, I mean, I guess the good news is I don't actually eat that food that much because it's a lot of work to cook, and I don't always have the time to cook it. So, or else I would probably eat way more burgers than I should. Also, eating eggs is a weird thing to do. Eggs are pretty delicious though, or maybe breakfast foods. I like basically every breakfast food. I'm not sure that you could name a breakfast food that I don't like. Like, essentially all of them are just amazing. The meats, the pancakes, the waffles, cereal even's okay. Eggs are like amazing. An omelet, ooh, ham and cheese omelet. Yeah, I'm actually pretty good at cooking. Stuff that I know how to cook. Like I make a good omelet, or like cook burgers or steak or something like that. I guess I'm better at cooking than baking. Like if you wanted me, oh, yogurt's good. Especially if it's fruit flavored. Plain yogurt is pretty gross. But like blueberry yogurt or yogurt with blueberries or something, like stuff like that's really good. Is Vegemite a real food? Wait, what is black pudding? Is that a breakfast food? That sounds very not delicious. Well, all right, let's keep doing let's do the same thing. Go to combat. Give this life link. Hit you a bit. I mean, this is kind of working. Apparently, we're good against Grixis, at least somewhat good. And I guess one of the upsides of the deck is if we can survive the early game doing the blink stuff, eventually we get to the late game and we can just hardcast our stuff. Well, Seraph Part 2. Pass the turn. Opponent. Gonna draw with a Bank Buster, I assume. They got more cards than us, but we are ahead on board by quite a bit. Opponent. Have you ever had Scrapple? No. You know what? This is not max value, but I think this is worth it. I'm worried about Invoke Despair, and I kind of like keeping Spirited Companion around so we don't lose a Seraph. So I think just keeping this alive and drawing a card is maybe... Ooh, and another one. Okay, that's even better. That's even better, right? Into another one. Wait, what is... That's a board game, right? Opponent. Scrapple, that's one with the letters. Q was worth 10 or something. A good warm soup and broth in winter is best. I've never been a big soup fan. I don't know, growing up, my mother always used to like to make soup and would always have soup. Soup is just so like watery. Even like stew's a little better because it's a little bit more solid, but it's soup's too fluidy, I think, for me. I think that's the issue. But it's delicious water. That's true. That's true. It is good water. Oatmeal. So actually, oatmeal story. Normal oatmeal, kind of meh. Not a huge fan. I'm not like anti-oatmeal, but there's this like baked oatmeal that's actually very, very good. And it gets around the whole sogginess issue. If you ever want to try something different and you like oatmeal style foods and you want to try a different breakfast, find a recipe for baked oatmeal and try it. It's actually, you got to eat it warm. If it's cold, it's not as good, but it's actually pretty good. I would agree. I think you can make good oatmeal dishes, but people just don't always make good oatmeal dishes. They make bad oatmeal. We have a new donation from donated $2. A thing I found pretty good with eggs. If you take over leftover white rice, put 3 or 4 medium eggs on top of the bowl of rice, dice avocado and sprinkle it over it, cover hot sauce of your choice, and some lime juice, salt, and black pepper. Ooh, that actually sounds very interesting. So eggs and white rice, that sounds good. Avocado, okay. Hot sauce, you kind of lose me at the hot sauce a little bit. But all the rest of that sounds like something I would probably enjoy. The hot sauce part, though, that's not 100% sold on the hot sauce. I might have to try that sometime. Thank you for the donation, by the way. So lifelink and flying and hit ya. Opponent goes to 3. Are we actually maybe gonna win this? Is it possible that the Steel Seraphs and the good boys are going to get the job done? About it. Have you been keeping up on the FX and Storybook Brawl news? Probably not as much as I should. Last I saw was...
No more distractions.
Last I saw was FX, probably a Ponzi scheme. And Storybook Brawl canceled Worlds. And who knows what'll happen? Are there updates? Are they updates on top of that? Are there updates beyond it's a Ponzi scheme and Storybook Brawl Worlds is canceled? I gotta say, Storybook Brawl canceling Worlds, I get it. It's a hard situation. You were bought out by a Ponzi scheme of all things. But it is pretty crappy that it was like a couple of weeks away, right? Wasn't like everyone qualified. Not that long ago, I was seeing them tweeting about I was seeing them tweeting about like, hey, you know, congratulations everyone, welcome to the Bahamas, you did it. And then it was like 2 days later, oh, it's canceled. So that part was pretty painful. You're shocked that the Ponzi scheme turned out to be a Ponzi. I know, who would have guessed that the Ponzi scheme was a Ponzi scheme? Who would have thought? I mean, I don't know. Maybe is Ponzi scheme, was it a Ponzi scheme? It seems like that's the general consensus at this point. FTX supposedly, some of that stuff, if you actually read about it, it's kind of, there's this, oh no, I wish I could. So as the FTX stuff was going on, I read this article and it pointed me to this Substack blog by someone who, I wish I could remember the name of it because it was actually very eye-opening and good. But it's someone who essentially follows the transactions. One of the upsides of like all the blockchain and crypto stuff is actually all the transactions. If someone buys an NFT, big crypto stuff, it's all there. If you know where to look, you can actually see this goes from this wallet to this wallet. And that's essentially what the blog was, is a guy who started this blog doing like investigative journalism that would just follow the money trails of these big NFT purchases, of these big crypto companies. And I got to find the name of it because I thought it was actually worth reading. It was very interesting. The one that I saw is there was this big thing with Justin Bieber a while ago, like buying some NFT for like $2 million or something. And the article about it followed the money, and it turned out that like the company that made the NFT, just like before he tweeted this big thing or posted this big thing about buying this NFT and it broke all these records and everyone was hyped. But the company that made the NFT had deposited exactly the amount of money that the NFT cost into Justin Bieber's wallet right before he tweeted this or posted on Instagram this big thing about how he had just bought this NFT for a record-breaking price. So it was really interesting to see. It was really interesting to see just like how much of it's so sketchy. Like so much of it is just like the influencers not disclosing their relationships to these places and trying to hype it up. How much of it is like these crypto companies that some of the interest rates are absurd, where it's like, deposit money with us and we'll pay you a guaranteed rate of like, wow, another Grixis player who just does not want to keep up with the mysterious limousine, but it's like 10% a year or something. And it's just like, it's impossible numbers, and people buy into it thinking that it's legitimate and that like the celebrity that they like is being honest and authentic, or that the company that they're giving their money to is legitimate and can actually somehow pay them 10% a year or 20% a year on their money, which is not realistic in any world. And then you find out that it's actually just a scam or a Ponzi scheme or whatever. So if I find the blog name, I'll let you know, because I found the investigative reporting that actually just like it had the charts and was like following the money from wallet to wallet. It really opened my eyes because I really didn't know. I see this stuff on social media where you always have the big debate where it's like, it's a scam, it's this, it's great, it's horrible. And it's hard to parse through something like Twitter where there's so many heated opinions from everyone in the world, and you never know how much any individual person knows about the topic. But reading through that blog actually, for me, was incredibly informative and eye-opening about a lot of that stuff. It's a little bit like, oh no, I forgot to export the deck again. I think that my understanding of the crypto and NFT market is it's a little bit like the Magic market, in that stuff that would definitely be considered fraud on like Wall Street is not, because it's not regulated. We've had those same issues with Magic where it's like insider trading, someone's insider trading in Magic, and that stuff, like, it does happen. We have examples of that happening in the past, but oddly, it's just not illegal because there's no regulations for Magic cards. So if someone's buying out a bunch of cards because they got inside information from a friend who knows someone at Wizards or whatever, like, it's just like, whatever, like, sure. That's okay, because there's no regulations here. Yeah, Fauna Shaman. We gotta build a Fauna Shaman deck. I do love Fauna Shaman. This is looking a little worse. Opponent's going aggro. Well, let's run out the Seraph. We've also just drawn a ton of lands this game. Go. Opponent. That is true. That is, I mean, there is a... Ooh, another one. All right, looking worse, looking worse. Gonna need a Flesh Gorger or something. Touch the Spirit Realms. Well, all right, touch the Spirit Realms. Go after the Bank Buster. Now we've shifted to playing Grixis every round. We've had the weirdest matchups where we just play the same deck for like 2 or 3 times in a row. Will I be doing any draft sealed on stream? We'll definitely do a draft of Brothers War. Whether or not it's stream or YouTube, not 100% sure. Today we're playing Constructed, but it's possible that we do one on Thursday's stream. Either that or we just end up doing it as a rough draft for YouTube. But we will do a Brothers War draft for sure. Well, all right. Get rid of the token, drop to 12. Can we draw a threat? Fable the Mirror Breaker is still pretty good. Sort of, I guess. Combat Thrasher, draw a card. I will say I'm a little disappointed with standard players in general. Although maybe it's just arena economy, but standard has not felt as different as I was hoping. I will say. It has not felt like a Brave New World where everyone's like trying to do this crazy Brothers War stuff. Instead, it's kind of been mostly the same stuff, except for Howlpack Piper. We've seen a lot of Howlpack Pipers, but opponent. Need to try standard on Modo. Yeah, that could be worth trying. I know Richard plays, oh no, the world's greatest flood. Richard plays some standard on Modo. Although, I'm not sure how active it is. I'll have to ask him. I think he said that he doesn't really have a problem getting matches, which is good. Yeah, I think this one's just... I mean, the problem in this game is we've just drawn all the lands and none of the action. Most people don't buy $300 worth of packs on the first day. But golden packs! There's golden packs now. All right. Shieldred, yeah, all right, game 2. I'm pretty sure Blue-White Urza is supposed to be cracked. Well, we have a viewer submitted Urza deck that we can give a try. We'll see. I mean, I think the Bant Urza deck that we have is actually, I think that deck is strong. It looks strong on early access day, and it's one of those decks that I feel like should remain strong, even though it's not early access day. So that could be one that would be potentially worth trying as well. All right, bring in some counters, bring in some removal. But after this game we'll try a couple games with your portal control deck, Stone Rain, and see how it goes. Yeah, I think Steel Seraph is very good at Mardu Angels. I've been on the Angel train for a while now. DJ Jax, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big subscription for you. Thank you. Sundering Titan is busted. Yeah, has anyone actually tried historic stuff yet, or explorer stuff? I feel like, remember the... Ooh, I mean, we'll try this. We do need another land, maybe. Do you remember the colorless ramp deck with... Forsaken Monument? I feel like that deck benefits so much from Brothers War. Like, Sundering Titan, Worm Coil Engine, Chromatic Star. There's so many cards that just seem absolutely perfect for that deck. So that's one that could be worth revisiting. Just like ramping into a turn 4 Sundering Titan sounds like something I would enjoy doing. that might get me to play more Historic. It's been a while since we played much Historic, but if I blow up all your lands... N62477, welcome to the Fishbowl. First time sub, thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you, thank you. Oh yeah, stuff like Sundering Titan, if you're a new arena player who's never seen it before, it's gotta just kind of blow your mind, right? It's so... Actually, let's stop hurting ourselves here. Yeah, let's Brutal Cathar. Don't really want the Goblin token going off. Get rid of it. Lifelink up the Seraph. Hit ya. Down to 15. Opponent. I've been experimenting with Howling Mine plus Moons and Mira. Had moderate success. Yeah, when I saw Howling Mine, that's the thing I thought too. It seems sweet with Mira if you can turn it off. One of the saddest things with Howling Mine is how you just can't Turbo Fog anymore. Has any archetype in recent, like the last 3 or 4 years, got wrecked more than Turbo Fog? I feel like Bone Crusher Giant, Questing Beast, the damage can't be prevented stuff that just seems to get tacked on to a lot of already good spells. I feel like that's pretty much just straight up destroyed Turbo Fog from ever being a thing again. Turbo Fog used to be like a sweet jank deck too. I miss Turbo Fog. Oh, yeah, I guess that also ruined it. Next is a Fate Turbo Fog. Also kind of like ruined my desire to play Turbo Fog. Shieldred. Well, okay. Link you. Opponent gets a Shieldred. Opponent. Can we close this out? They got the Kiki. They got the Blood Tithe. Opponent, realizing what we're up to, says, nice. Well, all right, blink the Spirited Companion. Draw a good card. Pick Numa. Okay. Get drained. Get drained. Play the land. Go to combat. Flying. Hit ya. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, pass the turn. Put it down to 3. Can we survive? They do get to do Blood Tithe Harvester stuff. Is that going to be enough to save our opponent? That's the question. Opponent. Looking. Counting. Oh, no! That's the top deck they needed. Oh, no. Oh, we can't beat that. We can't beat that. Yeah, that does it. That's unfortunate. Wait, wasn't what a punt? I mean, they can kill the Seraph if they top deck another Blood Tithe Harvester, which they did. So now we lose. Oh, what a... Well, yeah. Yeah, we've seen this before many times. Opponent. Yeah, Blood Tithe Harvester Kiki. Pretty good together. Oh, so you're saying you think we should have not blinked the Spirited Companion to try to save the Steel Seraph a second time? Yeah, that could have been... It's possible that would have been a better line. Now we're just hard locked out of playing Magic, right? There's no... I mean, I guess we can take Brutal Cathar and try to, like... We can take Brutal Cathar, go after the... It doesn't even matter. I guess it's the blood... Oh, it doesn't even trigger. Oh, no! And then Shieldred... Yeah, it's over. Over. Hey, what's up, Personal Conquest? How are you? I wasn't paying attention, but whatever it is, you punted. All right, let's. I feel like this deck has potential, at least. I feel like it has potential. I gotta fix my hair. My hair, the hat hair is not doing it. Hang on. We gotta do some hair fixing here. We gotta do the hair fixing. I feel like the Esper prototype link has potential, though. Have you tried to make an angel deck with the new? Have you tried to make an angel deck with the new angel? So, I mean, I think we were playing angels before the new set came out. So, here we'll export this real quick. So I think you could just throw it into that deck. So like, kind of. We haven't actually played it, but I think it would be very, very similar. We were playing the like ETB 3-drop angel, which is pretty fillery. So I think you just can replace it with Silver Seraph, and you're probably good to go. Here is the Esper prototype deck. So what do we learn about the Esper prototype deck? It's definitely still, I mean, it's day one of standard. It's rough around the edges. I think the plan is solid. Whether or not it can keep up with the best decks in the format, that remains to be seen. But I mean, it can do pretty explosive things. Like we saw Flesh Gorger be able to win games. We saw Seal Seraph. Can be a little bit hit or miss. If it triggered each turn, it would be really good. Like if it could have lifelink on your opponent's turn, I think it would be really good. As it is, I don't think it's bad. I think it's still fine. But there were some games where it felt really good and other games where it felt less good. Still not sure, like, we got the one Corrupt Court Official, the one Spectral Adversary. Do we want those? Should Lauren be in the main deck? Is it worth it? My thinking was we're going to have a lot of people playing Brothers War, but that just hasn't really been the case. If no one's playing Brothers War, then I think Lauren goes quite a bit down in value in the main deck. So maybe it's a sideboard card. So there's definitely tweaking to do. Hallowed Respiper, Plantar Incision. Which one is better? I think it's Plantar Incision, but I can see arguments. But I think it's an archetype that's worth keeping in mind for sure. And it was fun and it was pretty explosive when it worked. So, but let's try one more. Let's try one more deck. Let's try. So this is a viewer submitted deck. This is Stone Rain Productions Portal Control, which according to Stone Rain hasn't really been tested on the ladder, but has done well in non-ladder matches against black decks. So it seems like, and we needed a sideboard here. So it seems like this is kind of a blue-white sideboard. It's kind of a blue-white Urza Reanimator deck. With the idea being to get a Phyrexian Portal on the battlefield or flip an Urza. Brilliant Restoration is definitely interesting. So fill the graveyard, try to stay alive, flip an Urza, or reanimate the graveyard. It'll be interesting to see. How this holds up to best of 3 and to some of the top tier decks in the meta. Flipping Urza seems really good. How does this compare to like the Bant Urza deck that we have, a more rampy Urza shell? That's what we're gonna have to find out, I think. So let's add a sideboard real quick, and then we'll give it a go and see what happens. I also really want to play some Teferis. We haven't really seen Teferi much yet. What removal spell am I missing? I feel like we need another removal spell. I know Arcane Proxy doesn't work with Blink, but the prototype mode, flashing back the Blink spells does mean it's a 3 mana 6/5 at worst. Wait, I know prototype, but the prototype mode, flashing back the Blink spells, does mean it's a 3 mana... Wait, I'm so confused. Arcane Proxy, flashback the Blink spell, targeting itself? Do you think Historic Brawl will last on Arena? I think so. I feel like Historic Brawl is actually actually pretty popular, so I don't see any reason why it would go away. So this deck, from what I can tell, this is Stone Rain Productions deck. So it seems like the plan is early game, try to fill the graveyard. We got Faithful Mending. We can Celestis cards into the graveyard. So we can reanimate Portal to Phyrexia. The other plan is we got Urza and we got Mightstone. We can just take and ramp into Portal of Phyrexia. We can also reanimate all of our stuff. Brilliant Restoration. We'll see. I'm a little skeptical it's better than playing another Invoke Justice, but and get back all the artifacts and enchantments. So we can get back a Celestis, a Bank Buster, a Mightstone, a Weakstorm, a Portal itself. Invoke Justice gets back any permanent. So let's give it a try. Let's give Stone Rain's Portal Control a try and see what happens. Hey, what's up, Shinshwakia? How are you? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I will put the deck list in the chat. Also, tomorrow's Against the Odds. You're not going to want to miss tomorrow's. I don't want to tell you what we're doing and spoil the surprise, but I will just say tomorrow's Against the Odds deck definitely does really truly go over the top of a lot of what's going on in Standard. All right, let's try Portal Control. It is Magic the Gathering. We are not playing Marble Snap tomorrow. It's not Hearthstone. It's not basketball. Or any other game. Well, okay. I assume that filling the graveyard is what we want. So let's see. Oh no. Oh, it's mono red. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. So Stone Rain said they thought the deck might be good against black. I don't know about mono red on the play though. That's a hasty 3/3. Boom, Reckoner Bank Buster. Take 5. Okay, yeah. We're good. We're good. We don't want to live. Kill it. Yeah, that'd be sweet. We don't have removal. About it. Hits us for 5. Wait, there was a Phyrexian language tip? What was the Phyrexian language tip? Well, discard probably every Bank Buster in existence. Seems a little bit slow. Well, Deserted Beach. Okay, so we can kill something with a Jano. And then we can kill something with Wandering Emperor. Maybe there's hope of stabilizing here. Kill the Bloodthirsty Adversary. Why no Lockdown? So this is a viewer submitted deck. I do not know the answer. Play the land, pass the turn. Oh, the tip was, I thought it was a tip about Phyrexian mana or Phyrexian language. It's actually a tip in Phyrexian language. That's kind of cool marketing. Well, go after the etchings. Okay, we're kind of stable. Opponent kills the Wandering Emperor. This is fine. This is fine. We're kind of stable here. And there's an Invoke Justice. If we can get a Portal in the graveyard, oh my god. That would be pretty good. Play the land. Run out Celestis to gain more life. I think we're doing it. I think we're overcoming mono red on the plate. About it. Plays a land. Oh, it's Boros. Wedding Announcement. Sure. Let's do some Faithful Mending. Can we find a Portal? No. Well, discard. Discard Urza. Discard land. Opponent gets the token. Play the land, pass the turn. Loot. Portal. Portal. Where's the portal? Fateful Absence. Ooh, we're going to discard it. About it. Yeah, if you missed it, the code for the set is PlayBro. If you want 3 free Magic the Gathering packs. Ooh, Angel Fire Ignition. Oh, and that gives Vigilance? Okay, that's not great. Well, in that case, Wandering Emperor. Get rid of the Phoenix chick.
final.
Drop to 14. Opponent draws. Day becomes night. Portal. Portal. We need the portal. The Celestis. Faithful Mending. Well, discard. Discard. Might Stone and Weak Stone. You know what? We're probably stable enough to draw cards here. Takedown. Samurai. I mean, we're stabilizing. We're doing a good job stabilizing. Get the 2-2 past the turn. If we ever find the portal. Yeah, we could get back to Urza. Oh! Okay, Skitter Beam. That is a bit scary. Even more so once it flips. I mean, we can get back to Urza, but the Urza can't. This is bad. This is real bad because that's flipping. The Urza can't meld this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh, we're not even close to melding. Huh. Now what? Do we just have to reanimate Wandering Emperor? If we hit the portal, though, it's so good. I guess we'd have to hit Portal White Source. Yeah, one thing I'll say, Stone Rain, I don't know about... I wonder if Mishra's Foundry is worth it in a deck that needs so much white mana. I feel like maybe it's not. All right, deck. Show us a portal for the double Might Stone and Weak Stone. Well, 1, 2. All right. Discard Faithful Mending. Discard a Might Stone and Weak Stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might Stone and Weak Stone number 2. Kill a thing. We're just trying to hold on. Opponent. Oh, this is... Wait. I should be able to send you the deck. I have it here somewhere. Did I not update it? All right. Angel Fire Ignition. I mean, I think the Mishra land is very good. All right. Deck list should be updated. Does not have a sideboard, but otherwise, it is the deck. Well, kill the big one. What happened? Oh, I'm so dumb. That gives indestructible. Okay. Well, that's a punt. That is definitely fully a punt. Yeah, that is a straight up punt. All right. Well, I guess we get one more spin on it. Faithful Mending. Oh, all right. Boy, we dug deep. We went through half of our deck and could not find a portal. Yeah, Angel Fire Ignition, indestructible. Well, so good news is the deck kind of stabilized. Bad news is we lost. If we had cast the Fateful Absence earlier, it might have helped. I mean, it would have helped. Whether or not it would be enough for us to actually win, that I'm not sure about. Well, all right, I guess we try it like this. Maybe the deck needs 4 portals. That would... When will Is It Blitz Budget Magic be out? It's a good question. I haven't actually recorded that yet, but I'm sure it is, I think, one of the most likely good budget decks from the set. So hopefully not in the super distant future. Well, we got a portal this time. Let's see if that matters. This game we got the portal, but we have no way of really churning through our deck or reanimating it, which is a little scary, a little bit frightening. Bona gets and hits us down to 18. This is like the kind of the opposite of last game. Well, Celestis. I guess our hope is to get to the farewell, maybe? About it. It's in, hits us down to 16. Ooh, all right, free looting is nice. I do love the Celestis. Portal in the graveyard. Portal number. There's all the portals we couldn't find last game. Oh, God. Well, missing the land drops, eh? The Teferi would be interesting. Well, I mean, we're going to run out Urza. Not feeling great, but let's run it out. Opponent. Game was probably winnable if you weren't so greedy. What was the greedy play energy? Opponent going to kill the Urza. Well, I guess we got to kill this. We can't just keep taking damage. Kill the adversary for now. This does let us loot, right? To try to find a land, hopefully. Can we find a land? No. Portal. All right, there's all 3 portal to Phyrexia. Team Bucker, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super here for you. Thank you. About it. It's a 16. Well, we get to do it again. All right, there's a land finally. Discard portal number 3. Brilliant Restoration would be a thing. That would be a thing. So if we play this and we go up to 5 loyalty, and you know what? I think that's fine. Boom. Teferi. Take it up, draw a card. Gain a loyalty. It's a land. We're to farewell. Can we find the reanimation? Yeah, the order of our card draw has been, oh no. Okay, Skitterbane Battalion. That's all right. We got an answer. We got a sweeper, so we're not dead. But our opponent does get to kill our Teferi, which is sad. Opponent with a big attack. Kills Teferi. It's us to 14. Okay, we gotta wait. We gotta do it next turn. Depopulate. Sweep the board. Play the land. Next turn, we can finally actually truly do it. Opponent kills our Celestis. Sad, but legal. Is it even worth it? Like, is it even worth reanimating a portal on an empty board? We can do it, but we can get back a bloodthirsty adversary? I don't know. We've done what we're trying to do, but is it actually worth it? You know, I think we just played Urza. I don't think there's any point in doing it on an empty board. Plus, they also do have a braid. Opponent sacks a clue, draws a card. If we could find, this is where Brilliant Restoration, if we get the mana for it, would actually be pretty sweet. Triple portal. Seems like it would be kind of unbeatable. About it, looking at Urza. March of Otherworldly Light. All right, so opponent has a lot of removal. Various removal spells. Runs out of Saga. All right, Mightstone and Reekstone, draw 2. That's not bad. All right, Rast for days. Creatures will not be killing us. About it. Rabble rousing. That's spicy. Opponent gets spice points for the rabble rousing in mono. Well, I guess it's Boros, but bad news for our opponent is we're gonna send those off to the Shadow Realm here. Opponent. Farewell to you. Faces of Kazakhstan. And passes. Well, Mightstone and Weakstone. Draw some cards. What a weird scenario. This is just like the weirdest. So it's been just the weirdest setup for this deck. Draw a couple cards. Play the land. I'm still just like, is it even worth it? Is it even worth reanimating it? The problem is our opponent has these hasty threats, so we'll potentially be taking damage. Yeah, we do have like every board wipe in history. Opponent taps, takes up. I want to get at least some value out of the portal. Oh my goodness, we're in trouble. Shivan Devastator hits us for $1 billion. Down to 7. It's a land. Play it. Well, farewell. Creatures, enchantments. Out of here, but if there's another Devastator, that would be very devastating. About it. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Yeah, we can't meld right away, though, which is not great. Opponent's going to abrade the Mightstone and Weakstone. Well, I mean, I guess the time has come. where at this point we're just going to do it. Brilliant Restoration? No. Well, all right. Kind of a sad Invoke Justice, but Invoke Justice, get back the portal. Yeah, nothing to put counters on. Get rid of the adversary. The saddest portal in history. Play the land, pass the turn. Yeah, I wish we could meld. The meld would be so good. And opponent, lightning strike, and opponent, lightning strike. Well, we had all the removal in the world and couldn't do it. Should have reanimated portal 2 turns ago. I mean, running out, I don't know. I'm not sold on that being the correct line. Like, reanimating portal on an empty board against a deck that's playing a Braid just doesn't seem that good. Like, we have one shot at it. Our Invoke Justice gets a lot better if we have a creature. So, unfortunately, we only have like the 3 Urzas, so it's not like we have a lot of ways to get a creature. But if we can get a creature and then we can invoke, at least we're getting some value out of it. But hey, what's up, Daniel? How are you? Yeah, being able to meld would be sweet. House hand. If it had lands, it would be good. I was really hoping we could get to a position where we'd be able to do it all at once. If we could reanimate the Urza and immediately meld, so we didn't have to worry about our opponent killing her stuff, that would have been good. Yeah. I mean, ooh, that's a problem. That is a problem. Yeah, Fable is just probably one of the best, 3 cards in Standard, so. Opponent. Well, here they come. Here they come. Rafine. Rafine is still around. Still a good card. Well, play Celestis. Get smacked for $1 million. Yeah, Dennick's pretty good because it stops reanimation. so we're not reanimating here. Opponent. Dennick part 2 gets in. Yeah, this might be a quick one. Grows the Rafine. Yeah, Fable's pretty busted. Yeah, I mean, Fable does also very much synergize with the plan, which is nice. House isn't great either. Yeah, I think we're just dead. It is a bit of a snowball-y Standard. So we can kill the Dennick, I guess, temporarily. Opponent gets a clue. Wow, I mean, we just couldn't do anything about the start. Yeah, Fable's just like so many. It takes so many cards to get through a Fable. It's one of those cards where even if you answer it, you're so far behind. Like, you got to deal with the token, or else it snowballs treasures, Ragavan style, sort of. But it snowballs treasures and you lose. And then you have to deal with the looting, which is going to improve your opponent's hand and is pretty synergistic in the format. And then the backside is like a Kiki Jiki. You can't go infinite with it, but it's so strong and synergistic that the backside is also must be dealt with. So, yeah. Yeah, Magic has really shifted towards being a snowball game recently. That is kind of the... Boom. Discard the Might Stone and Weak Stone. Brilliant Restoration. Where were you last game, Brilliant Restoration? Are we literally dead? So I guess we got a Faithful Mending into a Wrath and trust that our opponent's blue deck does not have a counter spell. All right, no Wraths and death. White Reclamation Sage. We were playing a copy in the last deck in the main deck, and it was just so inconsistent. We did not have a single matchup where we were happy that we had it in the main deck. I feel like I was expecting more Brothers War artifacts, but so far we're the only one playing Brothers War artifacts. Everyone else is just playing Esper and Rakdos or Werewolf somehow, but very few artifact decks. So we'll see. I mean, hopefully that changes. It's still like the literal very first day of Standard. So hopefully that'll change as we get more What do we cut? Hopefully that'll change as we get more brews, more experience in the format. I would love, do you remember the meta of early access day where it was just like all these big flashy artifacts smashing into each other? It would be really cool if standard ended up being something like that. Maybe it's too optimistic to hope that that's where it ends up, but yeah, I'm surprised that werewolf. Why is werewolves a thing now? I'm just so surprised because I thought werewolves were going to be good like a year ago, and they saw play for a little bit and then just completely faded away. And then haven't seen them for like 9 months, and now they're kind of all over the place again. Well, play the land, pass the turn. So we got Celestices, we got the Urza Meld. We're a ways away from actually doing it, but oh god, that's not great. Not great. Well, I guess we can play Urza at least. Right out the Urza past the turn. Down House of Fours and Skitter Beam in a Power Stone deck. Ooh. Although Skitter Beam is... Skitter Beam is a cast effect, right? Wait, why was... okay. Well, this Might Stone and Weak Stone, if our opponent doesn't have interaction, maybe we can just Might Stone and Weak Stone into flip. Oh my goodness, okay. Celestis, yes. Another Might Stone and Weak Stone, discard. Draw Fateful Absence, Might Stone and Weak Stone. Wait, are you playing counters in your Thalia deck? All right, no counter. Gotta draw 2 cards. We need the land drops. We need the land drops. Please don't kill our Urza about it. Also wouldn't mind a sweeper at some point. Okay, bounces Urza. There's the lands. I'll play the land, pass the turn. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious if it's... Oh no, that's so not good. It'll be interesting to see if Meld is practical in full standard. Early access day, it was so easy for us to meld things, but no one was playing removal. So it was kind of like cheating because just no one was interacting. It'll be interesting to see if we can do it in standard. Well, run out Urza. Play the land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might Stone and Weak Stone. Keep the new one. Kill Thalia. Pass the turn. I mean, come on, hold. Next turn we can meld if nothing goes wrong. Oh my god, that's a farewell. We gotta hold on to that. Discard and Invoke Justice. Come on, Urza. We will Fateful Absence. The Rafine? Yeah, probably the Rafine. Fateful Absence. Pay the 1. Don't be looking at our Urza. Don't be looking at our Urza about it. I really hate Meld because it doesn't good enough to see playing constructed formats and messes up limited. I mean, at least in this case, all the Melds are mythics in limited. Remember during Shadows over Innistrad, there was like Melds at common and uncommon. All right, opponent's going to save their Rafine. Sure. But this greatly increases our odds of flipping Urza, right? Opponent's only got 1 mana available. Hits us down to 8. Plays a land. We get to loot. Discard a Tuara. Play the land. Do we go for it? I mean, if it go... if we flip it, do we win? Or do we still just die? We flip it, we exile Rafine, make chump blockers? I guess. I mean, we can't get this close and not go for it, I don't think. Okay, so it works. We get the flip. Urza. Exile Rafine. Pay the 1. Urza. Double trouble. Exile the flesh. Flesh Gorger. Take 5. Yeah. I guess. Sure. That's fine. We didn't want that life. All right. Urza versus the world. Run out the Bankbuster. That's what we got. We did it. We melded Urza. Opponent attempts. Are we going to win? Are we going to do it? Is Urza enough to take over the game? Opponent. Look at opponent. Oh, God. Shieldred. Okay. We drop to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so tick up Urza. Go to 4.
Production immediately.
Tick up Urza. Portal to Phyrexia. For 5 mana. Hardcast it. Shieldred down. Wow. Okay. Let's roll with Bankbuster, just in case. Another Urza. Pass the turn. Oh, whose Shieldred is that? Who's Shieldred? Oh, no, it's the Void Red. Okay, so opponent puts an end to our fun for now. However. Oh! Come on now. And a Denic? Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, discarding Urza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exile the Denic with a fair. What a brutal way to have to do that. But we need our graveyard active. Draw with Bankbuster. Yeah, Denic is good against these reanimation strategies. How about it? Looked at the. Oh, another Void Rend. Opponent refuses to lose. This is awkward, but Invoke Justice, Might Stone in weeks. All right, let's do it this way. Let's. All right, 1, 2. Draw with Bankbuster, make a 1/1. Play the land. This is 2 to turn on. Turn on the Foundry. Invoke Justice. Or Might Stone and Weak Stone. Get it back. Make the best factory of all time. Draw 2 cards. Oh, Brilliant Restoration. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, okay. That's kind of exciting. Ayo! All right, opponent Ayos. Against Odd's idea, a deck with Joda and Mishra, and Urza and Kayla and Harbin, since they are blood relatives. Ooh, I didn't realize the lore on that. That could actually be sweet. Okay. We need some ways to fill the graveyard, but this is coming along. It's coming along. Well, okay. Farewell. Exile the AO. Loot with Celestis. Discard the portal. Play the Bankbuster. We're going to have the most brilliant restoration here at some point. It is going to be so good. Yes. Loot. Discard portal. Triple portal. Triple portal. Triple portal. Thalia. Okay, a little late for that to matter. So right now we have what? Portal, portal, portal. Might Stone, Weak Stone, Celestis. It's not bad. Not bad. Is it good enough? That's the real question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's first invoke Justice Urza. Let's try this first. Put some counters on it. Play a land. Meld Urza. Flip it.
I will.
Do some looting. Discard a Celestis.
Secrets have we unearthed.
Make some soldiers. Hold this Brilliant Restoration. Opponent, come on, run out something else into our portal, opponent. It's fine. It's fine. Opponent goes attacking. Triple portal. This might be the first triple portal in the history of Standard. Why not put counters on Bankbuster? Because we're not super interested in winning at the moment. We're trying to set up this Brilliant Restoration more so than trying to win, I think. Well, let's Faithful Mending. But that probably would be wise to put on the Bankbuster. Faithful Mending. All right, this is as good as it's gonna get, I think. Discard Actually, we'll hold on to the Might Stone and Wake Stone. Discard and discard. All right, here we go. Here we go. Play the land. Brilliant Restoration. We'll keep a Celestis. We'll keep a Might Stone and Weak Stone. We'll draw a couple cards. See if you can Void Rend your way out of this, opponent. Can you Void Rend your way out of triple Portal to Phyrexia? Hit ya. Pass the turn. Opponent on tabs. Opponent. Shieldred. Sure. That is acceptable. Well. We would like a Shieldred. We would like a Rafine. We would like an Urtai. Urtai will kill your Shieldred. Just in case we need that again in the future. Yeah, that Brilliant the opponent scoops it up. That Brilliant Restoration was so good. That was a good one, Stone Raid. That was the best one we've had by far. That was the full-on Phyrexian portal to Phyrexia dream. Oh, that was sweet. In case you don't know, Goldfish, it's Celestis. The stress is on the second syllable, not the first one. Celestis? Yeah. What was I saying? Celestis? Celestis. That's similar. Come back and vote. You're playing world winning deck. That's true. We got him. We got him playing their Esper broken stuff deck, or Esper best deck in Standard, not broken stuff. Let's try to Fairy. Maybe more removal of some kind. What do we want against this deck? Well, I don't know if we can top that. That was the dream. It is going to be hard for us to do better than we did that game, but we gotta give it a shot. One more shot. See if we do even better. Did I not stack my triggers properly enough? Yeah, at that point I think you're technically right, and that is the best kind of correct after all. But I mean, triple portal. Celestis. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that all day. About it. Honestly, I'll probably still say it the way that I usually do. That's how it usually goes with pronunciations. Bankbuster. About it. Gets it. Ooh, misses the land drop. Gets in with the Denic, but misses the land. Well, let's Mishra's Foundry. Play the Celestis. Look at that amazing pronunciation. Go. Nailed it. About it. Tabs. I think our opponent kept this in just because they have Denic to shut down our reanimation synergies. The bad news for our opponent is we also have to Fairy. And if we can find a window for that, look out. Celestial? Wait, are they related? Are those two words related? That makes so much sense. All right, discard the Faithful Mending. Oh boy. Hey chat, how about this one? I know this is what I get the most comments about. What out of all the cards in standard, I think Ajano is one of the cards that people complain about the most as far as how I pronounce it. Teferi. I think I do okay with that one. I'm a little worried about a counter. I feel like 1, 2, 3. I think what we're gonna do here is go Urza. I think we just go Urza plus draw with Bank Buster, and this plays around Make Disappear. Also plays around like Disdainful Stroke, and it gives us a blocker. So I think this does not play around Infernal Grasp, unfortunately. But I think that's fine. All right, another Celestis. I know AO was wrong, but I just like saying AO that way. I know it's supposed to be OW, but AO is just, it's too much fun to say. If Wizards wants me to pronounce things right, they have to make sure they don't make the wrong way too much fun to say, or else they're in trouble. When it's still on 2 lands. Are we just going to Teferi? Have we reached the point where we just run out Teferi? So we can't reanimate. Let's wait one more turn. I mean, eventually our opponent's going to tap down for something. They gots to. And we could even maybe do some sneaky Mishra's Foundry blocking and pumping, depending on what our opponent does. Oh, an opponent scoops it up. Well, I mean, I guess that's a win. Oh. So what did we learn? What did we learn about our decks today? We kind of jumped around and got to see a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So here's the takeaways. We played 3 decks today. There's a bunch more to come in the future. There's so much stuff to try out. So what did we learn about today's deck? So number 1, Gix. As much as it pains me to say this, I don't think Gix aggro actually felt very good. The problem we ran into is we played a lot of black decks that had Shieldred and Invoke to spare, and as good as Gix is, and as much as I think Transmogrant's Crown is also good, we just couldn't keep up with the bigger black decks. So I think Gix is good. I think Crown is still good, but if you want to play those cards, especially Gix, it's probably in something more like the traditional black deck we've seen, going into Shieldreds and Lilianas and Invoke Despairs. The more like go little aggro plan, it works fine when we play against non-black decks, but against black decks, it couldn't keep up with the bigger build. So that's the takeaway on Gix. As far as Prototype Blake, this is the deck I think we're going to return to, because I feel like the archetype has a lot of potential. I don't think it's there yet. I think we still got to do tuning. What cards are right? What cards are best? Do you want the limos? What's the removal package? Is Hallowed Respite worth it? But the upside of Combat Thresher, draw a card, Planar Incursion, have a 4/4 double striker on turn 4. Phyrexian Flesh Gorger is a 8/6 menace ward lifelinker on turn 4. Even Steel Seraph, which is probably the weakest of the blink targets, a 6/5 flyer with a bunch of upsides. I feel like the payoffs are worth it. There's enough going on that I think it's worth it. So I think we need to do some more tweaking and tuning, and it's not there yet, but this is one that keep an eye out for, because I think it can get there eventually. Finally, Portal Control. I mean, we probably had our most spectacular game of the whole stream with this deck, where we animated triple Portal to Phyrexia. Obviously, flipping Urza is pretty strong. If you actually do it, the Planeswalker is insane. And the control plan is just playing a bunch of depopulates, some farewells, a bunch of removals, pretty good. Reanimation can be a little risky in this format, I will say. It is a little risky. We saw the Denix. There's also Graveyard Trespassers. There's also sideboard cards. So one thing that I would like to see is maybe more of a backup plan for if we don't manage to win with reanimation. But Brilliant Restoration was sweet, Phyrexian to Portal was sweet, so I like the deck, and I think it's definitely worth exploring more. I just want to figure out a backup plan for when we don't have reanimation, or our graveyard gets shut off by something, which seems very possible. So those are the decks that we got to check out today, and I think that is basically our stream for today. So Thank you so much to everyone for hanging out. Reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube this week, find all the old streams. Normal YouTube. Check out tomorrow's Against the Odds. It's a good one. I promise you're going to like it. It's super sweet. And one more shout out to our sponsor tonight, Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you get them from cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome and spectacular. Thanks so much for hanging out this afternoon. We will be back on Thursday to have some more fun. If you got sweet standard decks, hook me up, send me a list. Maybe we'll get to them on Thursday. We'll do some limited at some point. Thanks so much, everyone. You're amazing and awesome. I love y'all. Have an amazing day, and I will see you on Thursday to have some more fun. Until then, everyone, have a good one, and I will talk to you soon.